welcome everybody to another episode of the Analyst Desk. And everyone knows I've been wanting to talk CFL lately. You're like, we'll just do a show about CFL then. Well, surprise! CFL show! And of course, we have an awesome panel today. And I can't just say the usual suspects, because we even have a great special guest joined by Mr. More for Your Money.
Woo! Hello, everyone.
Wade Dashing Dashko. Adam, who was not bit by a spider. In fact, it was a goat. And of course, Rick from Hamilton Sports Central. Welcome to the desk, Rick.
Why thinking? I bet Adam's happy that you finally gave in. He's like, no CFL talk.
I was about to say, I was going to be like, dude, you can't say this comes as a surprise because every show we talk about, you're like, oh, you know what? I love to talk about the CFL. Let's talk about the CFL now. And it's like, it's every show. So
it's my show. I do what I want. No, I'm kidding.
It's every show we talk about the CFL.
Adam, I think if we got a nickel for every time Jacob talked about the CFL, I'd be rich by now.
Yeah, it's literally every show. Like 10 minutes into the show, he's like, "Oh yeah, let's talk about the CFL now."
Well, there's always been stuff going on lately.
There is.
Well, it's not really a surprise when we talk about it all the time.
Well, that's why I'm like, fine, we'll just do a full show. And of course, we're gonna touch base on some of these new rules, what we all think about them, and please in the comment section give your thoughts on those as well. We're really going to dive into free agency today because we are less than a month away from the tampering window. Again, for anyone who doesn't know what the tampering window is, this is where teams have a chance to go after players who are going to be free agents before they hit the market. And it also gives the other team, their current team, a chance to try to match that contract. So in the NHL, they try to do it against the rules. CFL just says it's going to happen, but let's set a window for it.
NHL
used to be cool. We did it every sport.
I was gonna say NHL used to do it back in the day. Now they call this the Ed Gainey rule or Ed Harvey rule in the CFL.
Cool. Yeah, I know that.
But
he's the one that started it.
I do want to get your guys' thoughts on before we get into some free agency. One of the biggest things I think you could take away from the winter meetings was the change back to a 20-second clock for the final 3 minutes of each half.
Yeah, that's what
I personally love this decision. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Like, I think this is a great way to keep the 3 minutes as unique as it is in the CFL.
Well, that's what I was worried about, right?
I'm not surprised.
When they first announced the rule, it's all good. When we first did that whole breakdown, we all came on here. That's what I said I was worried about. I was like, that's great. You want to get the game sped up. I understand not being wanting to play like the 90s where you have to blow a time clock in. I like that you're finally getting a game clock. But the problem is if you don't keep that rule within 3 minutes, that extra 15 seconds, it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's 45 seconds a drive on 3 plays. And if there's no timeouts, you're going to lose an additional 45 seconds, which means you're going to lose that ability to get those last second throws, those last second Hail Mary miracle plays. A lot of those are going to go away if you don't. But if they keep the 20 seconds, we're still going to keep that magic alive. And I'm glad they decided as a unit and as a committee and as a league that's what's important, because I do believe that that's really what the CFL is all about.
I'm not surprised they kept the 20 second, because I think they had said that was one thing that they were looking at, was keeping the 3 minutes the same. It was probably after they had announced the rule changes originally, but they had said that was, the commissioner had said it was one thing they were looking at, was trying to keep 3 minutes as exciting as it always has been. And I'm not really surprised. I guess they are keeping the 20 seconds instead of going to the 30 or changing it back to 20 in the final 3 minutes. It's not exactly surprising to me, I guess, but I'm glad they just decided, it makes sense. Keep a big thing so exciting in the CFL, especially with everything else that they're changing already as it is.
Yeah, and especially, Rick, I'd love your thoughts on this, because we haven't talked too much about the whole rule situation with you personally. I know you're a diehard CFL fan as well. how are you feeling about these changes? And do you like the fact that maybe they've listened to the fan base a bit and they're reverting at least the final 3 minutes?
Well, so what rules are you talking first? All of them?
Well, I mean, I'd love your thoughts on the rules as a whole, just because we haven't got your thoughts on that. But then also just this final 3 minute change in the last for going back to a 20-second clock.
So, I mean, as a Ticat fan last year, I learned it the hard way. And my favorite saying is no lead in CFL's a lead until that clock reaches freaking 0.
Yeah.
Because of how many games we've blown within like the last, like look at the one on Labor Day a few years ago against the Argos. When Brissett caught that ball with what?
Oh,
3 seconds left?
One.
That was last year.
Yeah.
Labor Day.
There's games where it's like they've caught it with like 1 second left, and then they go and kick the field goal. So it's just like I'm used to it by now. The benches on opposite sides in the East, that will be good for certain stadiums, especially in Toronto, because Toronto doesn't sell many seats on the other side. So at least you'll have your Toronto fans on one side, Hamilton fans on the other side, and no one can bug anyone.
Exactly.
The other thing that I wanted to mention, I don't know if you guys have mentioned it at all, but the whole 3 games that you guys are losing next year.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's just...
no. So here's the thing, Adam,
it's so sad.
The people that I've spoken to, so there's no game day operations people that are doing the Hamilton game from Toronto. It's basically Hamilton's paying the ushers, the concession stands, everything. The only difference is it's a Toronto home game in Hamilton. That's it.
Oh,
yeah. I think
that's the only difference.
Missing a huge opportunity at not putting these games in other markets to try to promote it. Like, why not have the Toronto home games in London, Kingston, and even even go to a couple different universities? Like, you could have went to UF2, you could have went to York University, you could have just brought in more grandstands into Guelph. Like, there were so many other options, and it's not like they're going to be getting any revenue from these games being in other areas. Like, to me, I like what BC did better, where they just found a second site in, I believe it's Kelowna, that they're in. So at least they're still getting, like, again, you're getting another market to kind of see how it would go. But I think the Argos and the CFL in general, this would have been a perfect to do like another touchdown, whatever, and use Toronto and use that as one of Toronto's home games, right? So
sure.
I'm certainly not a fan of what they're doing. I mean, I understand it in a cost-effective way, because let's be honest, I love the Argos. They lose money every time they turn the lights on. I'm not stupid. Like, I'm aware. But for the fans they have, they're very loyal. And let's be honest, and no disrespect to Rick and Lynx, I know you guys are both big Ticat fans, but as an Argo fan, having a home game in Hamilton, that's not a home game.
No.
The other,
like, it's not going to feel like one.
No.
No, I was going to mention something. No, I lost my train of thought.
You just got lost in my beautiful voice.
Well,
how's it going, Ontario Secret? Always good to see you
back to the decks.
Well, Rick, I actually want to ask you a question, because you are your. Sure. I know you are a season ticket holder for the Ticat
and favorite Ticat fan.
I know. Dan's my second favorite Argo fan now. But
I guess I'll take it first.
What I want to ask you is, you mentioned about the benches being on opposite sides. Do you think the fans that have paid, for years and years and years and years to sit behind the home bench so I could go, Mr. Clipboard, when Nathan Work's sitting on the sideline, think those fans that like to chirp the opponent team are going to be mad because they're not going to be able to do that anymore?
So here's the thing. So when the rules came out, we had the option of moving our seats.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
So the only thing is, obviously you pay more than other seats.
Right.
My seats, basically, the only difference with my seat is because of the extra game, my seats went up $100 for one game. That's pretty much the only difference.
Just for one game or throughout the whole season for each game?
No, just because we have the game. So because I have two seats, it's really $100 more for my two seats.
Oh, so
together.
50 each.
Okay, got it.
Than what it would be for.
Okay.
That's not terrible. Only 50.
Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you, Jacob. Now, so if you have, for all those diehard fans, I know Lane's gonna remember this. 2013, Hamilton didn't have a stadium. We went and played at Guelph Stadium for the whole season.
I remember.
I actually don't remember that.
No,
I actually don't remember that.
So I mean,
I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. Don't give me that.
If we can do that for a full season, I'm sure you guys could have done that for half a season.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
No, I feel the Argos really missed the boat on this.
Or just go to Halifax,
too, right?
You want to put a team in Halifax so bad? Go play there for a game and see how the fan reception is.
The only thing with that, Lane,
way
is
too far from the fans.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, what are you going to do for the fans that
they're not going to want to go to Hamilton anyways?
But the thing is, okay, so those people that live in Toronto jump on the GO train and come to Hamilton.
Yeah, but then they
get you with though, Jacob.
That hard.
But then they get picked on. Like it's so unfair. Like
it's not.
If I was an Argo fan, I'd be so mad. When I gotta go to my arch rival's building where I'm gonna get picked on the whole game to watch a home game.
I don't think you want to get picked on because it's not against Hamilton.
It is.
Have you not been to Lot E before? Our tailgating area.
No, I don't. I haven't.
Okay, so where Lot E is, there's Toronto and Hamilton fans in there all the time. Everyone gets along and everything. Like the only time that there's really any arguments is when it gets close to game time and they're in the stadium. Other than that, no one bugs anyone.
I will say, I think it really depends on like where you're sitting in, and this is no disrespect, but I'll be honest, we've dealt with some interesting fans on that side. Rick and Lane, I'm sure you've dealt with some interesting Argo fans when you came to BMO Field, right? But
oh yeah.
I mean, like, I think, though, I'm more of the mindset, this was just a huge market opportunity miss. Go to a university. They keep saying we need young people watching the CFL. Well, then put it where young people are with cheap beer. Then you will get young people watching. And I swear, once someone goes to one game, they're hooked.
Oh, yeah.
Like Adam, for example, you hadn't been to a game in a while when you went with me to a game a couple years ago. Once you went to one, you wanted to go to more.
It was so much fun. I love that game. Was also the first game I went to in a while was so horrendously bad because that was like the 13. It was like the 13-13. No, it was like the 16-13 overtime.
When the Argos won on a Rouge against Winnipeg in overtime.
Yeah. I think at 1 point win. It was so bad. It was like both sides played so bad. It was I had so much fun, but it was so
I had
bad.
a blast at my CFL game till the last second of the game when I went to kick the garbage can over. So mad at that game.
I want to say if they're gonna go to like a university campus, Western, I think Western would be a cool campus.
Oh, I like
go to London and go to Western. I think Western, I know it's far away from Toronto, but Western, Western, you'll get fans out in Western. There's nothing else to do in London.
Yeah.
The problem that I have is Ottawa goes to Kingston. Why wouldn't you just go to your own university?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have York, you have UFT.
I think Western's a bigger stadium.
TMU, like you have all these options, and again, like
all have football.
Why not make that the varsity tour, where you go to a couple different colleges, universities in the GTA? And I think this is a big. I'm actually really glad you brought this up, Rick, because we haven't dived into this too much yet, and it's a really big opportunity. I feel missed by not just the Argos, but the CFL should have said to the Argos, "Look, this isn't acceptable."
Yeah, 100%.
So if you're really ready to dive into it, Jacob, have you seen those report card grades?
Oh,
Yeah.
apparently Ryan Dinwiddie doesn't care about
So
them.
bad.
The comments of the players and Toronto's practice facility.
yeah.
It's not a good facility.
Yeah. Brutal.
Edmonton going from cold food to pizza this year. So since we're going to be going on to free agents, I have a question for all of you.
Let's bring up those team grades. I'll get them.
Okay, so if you were a player,
Yeah.
would it be more would you care more for them looking after your family, or would you care more for money?
Oh, that's a tough
This
question.
is
So
tough
here,
because-
so
that's a
here's the question, because there's two teams that I think got D grades in treatment of family. One got an F.
Montreal got an F.
Or so would you go say Montreal for money, or would you not go to Montreal for the way that they treat players' families?
Well, it depends. I'm single with no kids, so I want the money.
I was going to say the exact same thing. No disrespect to you, Jacob, because
You may meet someone, and you may have a family.
Well, then I'll leave after that.
Treatment of family.
But no, all
wouldn't
jokes
go
aside, it's
to
harder in the CFL because let's say in the NHL, for example, whether I make 10 million or 8 million, this is an argument I have with Dan so often when he brings up the tax code. I'm like, who cares? You're still a millionaire. In the CFL, like you're making decent money depending on the position, but you're not making like life altering money. So yeah, that's a tough one because the family one is interesting, right? Because I think
treatment of family would be like a big one, you would think, like especially for players.
Like Vin
with
Diesel would hate
families,
Montreal.
Like I wouldn't go to Montreal just for treatment of family. Like that's
So
just like I wouldn't want
the good
treats
thing for
my family like shit. Sorry.
The good thing for Hamilton is where I sit. The next section over is mostly where the players' families sit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting. Hello.
How's it going?
But yeah,
that coaching staff grade for Toronto is just that's just so much.
We got to talk about that because
so
you literally said it doesn't matter.
Never Hamilton fan any comments.
Just to explain this to fans, green is above average, red is below average.
Makes sense.
Just so everyone knows, black is average.
Rick, what do you think about what do you think about Ryan Dinwiddie basically saying, "Okay, we got a D plus"? It's a matter of opinion, bro. I think that's the strangest thing. I failed on my test, but that's a matter of opinion.
So, my opinion.
Never heard anyone say that.
My opinion of Ryan Dinwiddie is depending on what situation you are discussing. If you're calling out your players like he did, I'm all for it.
Really?
If you can't make up your mind if someone's playing in a season week by week, you're just lying to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. That whole Chad Kelly situation was like
it was so mismanaged because Nick Arbuckle proved to be more than serviceable.
So
me and Jacob talked about this all the time. Like we both have said so many times it feels like to each other that it's like Nick Arbuckle's playing so well and you're still not you're still not surrounding him with the right conditions, like a playbook that's built for him to go out and win when he's been playing so well. He won you a Grey Cup.
I'm in Stony Creek too,
for flipping sake. Like
that's cool.
It's crazy.
So I don't know if
you guys are neighbors.
I mean, I'm not that far from the stadium. I'm a 20-minute walk from the stadium. I'm not that far.
Wow.
What was I gonna say?
No, but it's tough with the whole Ryan Dinwiddie thing because, like, Rick, I know you said you don't mind him calling out his players. I don't to a point. I thought though it got to a point it was kind of ridiculous though because number one, he would call them out, then go on overdrive, then say he shouldn't have done it, and then he won't do it anymore.
Okay, that part
next week. Then he gets in fights with former players in Edmonton when we played the Elks, which was kind of funny. But like,
I was a front row seat for that.
Yeah, and it's just kind of a weird situation, but I do find interesting with Ryan Dinwiddie. So he has a really bad coaching grade. I would call that really bad, especially for a guy that's won multiple Grey Cups, right? And all of a sudden, you have these guys who left after playing 1 year in Toronto, like a Darius Pickett and Dwayne Hendricks. And as soon as Dinwiddie's gone, they're coming back into the building, especially Pickett. With Pickett, as soon as Dinwiddie comes to Ottawa, he's out of Ottawa. Like maybe it's a coincidence, but I don't know. It's
it
just
can't be a
coincidence
situation.
So
It can't
also
be a coincidence at that point.
The other thing that I'm glad that Toronto is not going with, if you guys go to on that spreadsheet that I sent you, there's a coaches tab. Every color is where the former team that they came from. They officially do not have co-defensive coordinators this year.
I'm
glad that they're only going with one.
Yeah,
it's great. Finally, made no sense to me.
Yeah, I know it worked the 1 year, but I was never a fan of the coaching system. And Toronto, if you look, they changed his coaching staff quite a bit from years past.
I mean, Mike Miller and Mickey Donovan and Don Picard are the only ones. Oh,
yeah, everyone else, it's a drastic.
Speaking of staff, Jacob, did you read that article from Pinball Clemens the other day from
the
Three
one?
Down
What
Nation?
about the Corey Mace situation?
About him in Toronto.
Like, so I know they were accused of tampering, and
no. It has nothing. It has nothing to do with that.
Oh, so okay. Sorry, no, I must have missed it.
So apparently, he was only supposed to come in for 2019.
Oh yes, I did read that.
To get the team back on the field, like back in the winning ways. And now it's just like he doesn't even want to be there anymore.
I was afraid that might come one day because I remember when that happened back in 2019. Okay, it was just going to be temporary. Then he changed it. They won 2 great cups, and he spent that time winning. That's fantastic. But now we're going backwards to back where he was before he came here. So
I wouldn't say that. The year before he came, the team was unwatchable.
Yeah,
like I think we only beat Ottawa that year, and because Ottawa was also unwatchable. Like, because I have an unpopular opinion about the Argos of last season. I don't think they were that bad game by game. They just kept losing, as dumb as that might sound. But it's not like they were getting blown out every night. Like, I felt they had a lot of good players, but I do find it interesting, especially with Dinwiddie wanting a GM role. It sounds like he could have got it in Toronto soon.
Yeah, but Pinball Clemens didn't want to give up that GM role to him, though.
No, he did not.
And to Adam, to answer your question about the whole Chad Kelly thing, I don't know if you have been following social media or if you're on X very much. A lot of fans will not go to Toronto if Chad Kelly's there.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
Like a lot of Hamilton fans, females, like a lot of fans will not go to Toronto until Chad Kelly's gone.
I'm of the opinion that he should be gone. Like, I think it's more so to do with the fact that, like, he's been out for a year and the guy we have has already proven he could win games for you and he's played great. I just think at this point, Chad Kelly's useless to have at this point.
Well, that's like, kind of my prerogative on it too.
It's a big burden at this point. Like, it's not worth it anymore. It's not worth the jokes, and it's not worth the, like, fans get a lot of crap for him being here.
And I mean, I'm not denying that Chad Kelly's not a talented quarterback. And I mean, we're not going to get into all the politics on everything, but I do understand people have a right to feel how they want to feel about situations. I mean, there's also people who absolutely love Chad Kelly, right? Like, he's you either love him or you hate him. I don't know anyone who's neutral on him, but I'm more of and we'll pull these grades back up in a bit, but I'm more on the notion of what Adam is saying. When you looking at the issues of the roster, I don't feel Chad Kelly would have made the Argos any better last year. That's maybe you win 2 more games. Cool, he would have been eliminated 2 weeks later. Because I felt Nick Arbuckle put up a very solid season before he dislocated his shoulder. So I'm kind of the
great.
mindset is I don't see the point in bringing back Kelly. I mean, they're already going to. Mike Miller loves Chad Kelly, and that's what's going to happen. I mean, it looks like this year they're going to run with both quarterbacks, which I think could cause some controversy. Because every time Kelly has a mediocre game, now there's going to be like, look, you have a starter caliber guy just sitting on the bench. So
Lane's going to like this comment. The only thing that Chad Kelly would have done last year is made those 50 bangers against you guys not as bad.
Yeah.
I would agree to that.
So true. We were at the first game, like the first Hamilton-Toronto game, where it was just like Bo
Lawler just ripped them apart,
tearing it out to Lawler, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, this is brutal. I was like,
best 300,000 we've spent.
It was so bad. That game was horrendous to watch. I hated being at that game. That game was
2 touchdowns on 2 passes.
Yeah,
all respect though. All respect, really all respect to like the way Bo Levi, Mitchell, and Lawler played that game. Like that was a brutal beatdown. Brutal.
I just kind of look like it. I just feel like when you have a guy like Nick Arbuckle who can easily take that job, and not even just the controversy for the price, right? Like, and I'm kind of, it is what it is on a lot of the things there, but you have Chad, who is I think the 3rd highest paid quarterback in the CFL.
Nope, the highest paid quarterback in the CFL.
No, Nathan Rourke makes more than Kelly, so he's the 2nd. Sorry. Yeah, Nathan Rourke's at like 8 something, unless it got renegotiated recently.
Nathan Rourke is almost at $2 million over 3 years.
Yeah, and Kelly's 1.865 over 3 years.
So Rourke is getting left.
I could have sworn Rourke was getting more. Maybe either way, like you either have the highest or 2nd highest paid guy in the league, right? And
he sat all of last season.
It's kind of. I'm of the opinion of you could use that money to plug a lot of the holes.
Oh,
for sure you could.
And by the way, Dan, I know you're a Kelly fan, so I'm not trying to put down on a player that you're.
No, I understand what you're saying.
I just look at it on a roster standpoint. Nick Arbuckle completed over 72% of his passes, had a good touchdown to pass ratio. At one point, led the team in rushing.
Yeah,
like I just looked at it. I don't think he was the problem. The problem was you had no run game and no defense.
Yeah,
that was the big issue.
And that had a lot to do with coaching. That had all to do with like just such bad play calling as well. Like it was brutal.
Well, what took them way too long
was so bad last year
for the year.
Like it took way too long. Like why did it take almost like over half the season for them to say, yeah, he's not coming back this year? Took way too long. Like it was like it took way too long for them to do that. Like I just don't understand why it took that long. Like they knew for a while.
The whole thing was so confusing. I mean, I personally love Chad Kelly. I love his swagger. I love his confidence. I love all of it. But what really did it for me is when he posted the social media for comeback. It's like, whoa. You don't post for comeback and you don't come back. It's really bad. And the other is Nick Arbuckle.
So funny.
It was funny. Like the other thing is Nick Arbuckle 100% earned the right to be the starter, and he should be a starter in the CFL. I just think Nick Arbuckle is like the nicest guy too. He's got this nice family, beautiful kids, beautiful wife. But just like super nice people, and. I just really feel for Nick Arbuckle. So having both of them again is just a really tough situation. It's really stupid in a salary cap world and the business sense too. And as Cody was saying on Sister Wives, it's creating drama that doesn't exist.
Well, and it's interesting. We had a very similar conversation.
That's a good one,
about the Leafs last night, about Joseph Woe, Anthony Stolarz, and Dennis Hilda, but you kind of got to pick one. And I feel and this is my opinion, and I'm curious on your guys' thought of this.
You should make it a reality dating show.
I think Toronto is. I think Mike Miller is being more vocal about Kelly than is the truth, and I still think the starting job is up for grabs in
It has to be.
Like
Kelly's
Kelly's 31,
coming out and
Arbuckle's
saying
32.
Kelly's going to be the starter.
And like I really you got to look at it. The Argos are known for making surprising cuts. When they cut Kadeem Carey last year, I was stunned.
Yeah, I was so disappointed about that.
Look, you could see Chad Kelly get cut, and if he does, there's not really another starting job available.
Yeah, but here's $1 million question.
That would be wild if he got cut.
We talked about in school. We talked about here on the show on the decks before. The fact that Chad Kelly is still here, and the fact that they hired Mac Miller, who's a Chad Kelly lover and supporter, which is fine, is it all because of the Buffalo Bills deal with MLSE? Because Chad Kelly's a big part of that deal with his uncle being a legendary Bill. You kind of gotta wonder, you know?
There's no way that should be the reason, though. Like, if that's the reason, like, that's bad.
I mean,
like,
if you really
decisions based on that.
If you really think about it, Dan, you might as well say, okay, let's bring up the whole Trey Ford thing. The guy's owed a bonus on February 1st, a $200,000 bonus.
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
I mean, you're either going to release him before February 1st, or you're going to cut him that check for that $200,000.
Right.
You got to release him. There's no other option.
And then there's at least if you release him for free agent, there's time to go find a team.
Yeah.
Who do you think would want Trey? Like, Rick, who do you think? Here's
the thing is every team across the league needs a backup quarterback.
Right.
There's, except for Toronto. Toronto has Arbuckle.
Toronto has 2 starters. Like,
there's nothing that says that Taylor Powell's coming back to Hamilton, even though that they want Taylor Powell. Jake Mayer, there's already 3 or 4 quarterbacks in Saskatchewan, so who's to say Jake Mayer is going to go back there or not? Chris Streveler's done. McLeod Bethel Thompson's washed.
I agree with that.
So I don't know, Lane, if you watched last season. Right now, you have in Montreal, you have Alexander, James Morgan, who's can't throw a football worth.
Well,
if his life depended on it.
I know where.
And then you have EJ Perry, who's never played in the CFL before.
I got a hot take, Rick. I think I know exactly where Trey Ford's going. I think they have an opening for him, and I think he'll
First off, are you talking trade or are you talking about release and sign? There's 2
release
different ways.
Release and
sign. Okay.
I think I know where he's going to end up. I got a wild hunch. The Ottawa Red Blacks, because they don't have a. I felt like they were going in and out of their quarterbacks. You know, really didn't feel like they kind of they had a good. They had a good start with what's his name? Who's the guy? Jacob, help me first. Drew Brown. But then they kind of faded away with him with Dustin Crum. And I feel like they don't really have a substantial.
I love Dustin Crum still. I know it's not a popular opinion, but
I think it's Trey Ford's trying to find a team. That's his chance.
I said on an earlier show, like I said before, like on a different show, I think a perfect one, like if he gets released, of course, Winnipeg should get Trey Ford.
Yeah,
Trey Ford should sit behind Collaros next year if Collaros does end up playing. And I think that's like a great situation from him from learning from a vet like Collaros. I think could be
that's a good call, Adam. That's a good call.
So here's the other thing, Adam, is Taylor Elgersma just got drafted in the UFL. Or whatever the heck you want to call about it.
Yeah.
So he's trying to go to the NFL. So if he plays 1 year in the UFL, still doesn't make the NFL, you own his rights.
Yeah, that makes things interesting.
He might be your guy. He was great in the Vanier Cup 2 years ago.
Why? Yeah, I forgot.
Like I remember he was the losing quarterback, but he played phenomenal, right? So
yeah.
And then the other Rourke brothers owned by Saskatchewan. So
yeah. Rumors is he's going to be better than Nathan.
No, but I'm on Adam's side though about Trey Ford to Winnipeg because I think Trey Ford could do very well in a different system.
Curtis Rourke?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Curtis the one who played at Indiana.
Also, I can't remember who owns his rights in the NFL, but someone does as well.
Oh. I thought last time I saw it, 49ers, no?
Yeah, you're right. It is the 49ers. Thank you. But
he's on their practice squad.
But I look at Trey Ford, and I think he needs to go to the right system. And I think Winnipeg could be that system. They're a very run-heavy system. And I think with Brady Oliveira and Trey Ford's escapability. The biggest problem with Trey Ford Edmonton, they tried to make him a pocket passer, which makes absolutely zero sense for a guy like Trey Ford. He is
sure it does.
the most mobile quarterback, I maybe would argue, in football, NFL and CFL. I would make that argument, and I've seen it enough live to say it for a fact, where he has like 8 guys rushing him. It looks like there's nowhere. Next thing you know, he does 360s a hurdle and bombs it 30 yards down the field. And Edmonton's like, nah, be a pocket passer. Because we had some success of MBT doing that the year before. MBT, the record was bad, but the rest of the statistics were good. And I think Trey Ford needs to go somewhere that will let him roll out of the pocket more. Winnipeg loves to do that. Zach Collaros, it's a run pass option, rolling out to the pocket when he pulls it, and a quick dart, or running himself. And I think with Trey Ford learning under Zach Collaros, because he didn't have a mentor that really fit his playing style. Like, I know
tried Cody Fajardo, but it didn't really work.
And like, I think Edmonton's got to stick with Fajardo. I know
100%.
He's a game manager, not a game breaker, but there's nothing wrong with having a game manager. And Edmonton's defense is so solid that I think they can get away with that.
Yeah,
I think Trey Ford has got to go somewhere with an aging quarterback. So you look at Winnipeg, you look at Saskatchewan. But I think Saskatchewan isn't really looking 2 years down the road. They're looking to try to win today. So they're not going to want to spend the money on Trey Ford. So I think Winnipeg's the perfect fit. I could be wrong. Maybe Toronto will say we want 3 starting quarterbacks. Who knows? We love spending money.
We just want them all.
What shirt are you
starting
wearing,
quarterbacks?
What
shirt are you wearing, Dan? What shirt are you wearing? This is starting to bother me because I don't know
what. What's there I'm wearing?
Yeah.
Ovi.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what logo that was.
Jacob, here's one.
I said he was going to
score
1,000 goals.
Okay, so I have 3 teams that this person can go to. Because chances are, I don't think he'll end up back in Toronto. Where do you think McManus is going to go?
Whoa.
I have 3 teams that need middle linebackers. Calgary.
I really want
Hamilton because we lost Verisek, and I don't think we're going to go with 2 rookies at linebackers. Toronto.
So
Saskatchewan has Thurman. BC has Sankey and Micah Otway.
That's a hell of a linebacker.
Winnipeg has Jonathan Jones. Ottawa has Niles Morgan. Montreal has Beverett. So it's going to be one of those 3 teams. It's just a matter of which one.
Well, I actually want to counter you a little bit, and I could see if he doesn't go to Toronto, I could actually Winnipeg because no disrespect to Jonathan Jones. Toronto had him before too. He's a decent linebacker, but you're trying to replace the legend Adam Big Hill. And Adam Big Hill cannot be replaced by a okay middle linebacker. I think he's staying in Toronto because remember, Judge and Pickett play the each side, right? So then you have McManus who plays center. I know that's a lot of money to spend on the linebacking crew, but if you can do it, which is why, again, I'm sorry, and I don't mean to keep harping on this, cut Chad Kelly to have the money to have the best linebacking crew in the CFL. Because I think if you had Pickett, McManus, and Judge, I think that's the best linebacking crew in the CFL. But I could actually see Winnipeg making a move. It would hurt me internally if he went to Hamilton. But I mean, it would be
Hamilton McManus.
He would be a great fit in Hamilton, right? Like
anywhere but there.
It'd be our second McManus in Hamilton, just a different.
I don't see Calgary because he was in Calgary before, and him and Dave Dickinson did not get along.
So the thing is you guys have a good up and coming middle linebacker in Isaac Darkangelo.
He is good.
Yeah.
So, and McManus only played, a handful of games last year. Like, he's getting up there in age. That's why I don't think he'll go to Winnipeg, because Winnipeg has to turn over father time and get younger.
I don't think Winnipeg thinks that, though.
Yeah, that's the issue.
I think Winnipeg thinks Collaros can still win them a Grey Cup. And I think Collaros is still a good quarterback, but I don't know if he's a Grey Cup winning QB. And although they gave Montreal everything they had in that Eastern semi, but I think Winnipeg still thinks that they can retool and not rebuild, which is why I could see them going for McManus because he'd be part of a retool.
I mean, the only reason why I don't see him going to Toronto is because I don't see you guys paying over $600,000 for your 3 middle linebackers.
I don't know.
Even though the salary cap's going up.
to me, it's worth it though to have the best linebacking crew, potentially the best linebacking crew in the CFL. Because I'm not sure what Pickett. I wish the CFL released all their contract, but let's assume Pickett's is comparable to Cameron.
So hold on. To answer your question, they did release Pickett's contract.
Oh, okay.
Again, if you go to the Toronto tab, it does have Pickett's contract. It's $191,000 with bonuses. It can get up to $202,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do have it in there. Thank you.
Cameron Judge just made just under $200,000 last year.
Right. Yep.
And you got to assume
So
McManus
then if
will be around the same.
McManus will get nothing less than $200,000 minimum.
And he's worth it. Like, he is one of the best linebackers in the CFL when he's healthy.
For sure.
The only thing is too, like, he's a big part of the culture wing in Toronto, unless they want a new regime. If they want to change the culture, let's be honest, coaching staff getting a D, maybe the culture is a problem in Toronto. I'm not in that locker room. I don't know. But, and again, I think Adam always makes such a great point of that. When we're not in the locker rooms ourselves, we don't exactly know what the culture is. But the grades certainly give us a bit of light. And
yeah,
it's tough to say what they'll do. Like, I think Toronto has some good bases to go on. Like, I feel like the DB crew, Tavares McFadden, it looks like he's not going anywhere now. Because I know originally, Lane, you talked about his Twitter, which was a great conversation, by the way. But he's been retweeting and resharing on Instagram all the signings the Argos are making, saying, let's go. So I don't think Tavares McFadden's going anywhere now that Ryan Dinwiddie is gone.
I was just about to ask, I was going to ask if he had tweeted that out before.
It was before Dinwiddie was fired, not after.
Okay.
Because he tweeted out, basically, for anyone who hadn't seen the tweet, basically saying, like, when a team doesn't want to pay you what you're worth.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which is just tough to hear as a Toronto fan. To say the
it
least.
Is, because I love Tavares
so
McFadden. I think he is a very underrated defensive back. He's got great hands, great speed, great awareness, and from what I've heard, an all-around great human being. And I'm just interested to see, like, now, look, we've already seen guys who left, and that's kind of, I'm wondering, was Ryan Dinwiddie part of the reason why so many players just didn't stick around?
For sure.
Because culture could be a huge problem. Like, I know, Rick, you talked about the way they treat the families in Montreal, but at the same time, their coaching staffs and actually, Lane, if you want to pull those grades back up again.
Oh, yeah, 1 second.
Funny thing that you mentioned that, because the equipment at Molson Stadium does not work. The bathtubs don't work.
What?
Must be some stinky players.
Man.
No, like I'm saying, like the ice tubs, like for therapy, they don't work.
Wow,
properly.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Gosh. What the hell?
I will say, I actually wish more leagues did this though, where you could actually see what the players feel.
This is really cool.
Yeah, I love it.
How BC got an F in nutrition and diet freaking kills me.
Well, because like that owner, I thought like Amar Doman at least face value really seems like an owner that wants to change the culture there.
Interesting that to C-.
I'll be honest, as a Hamilton fan, I was a little surprised at these grades for Hamilton. I was surprised they were so like overly positive.
Yeah, Hamilton, you know, your worst grades, your coaching, which is still a B.
Yeah.
And
like you're all B plus and A's.
I was a little shocked to see it like this high.
Huh.
Oh.
Well, because team travel, they have a private plane with what the heck is that travel company that they have?
Porter?
Now? Yes. Training camp they have is at McMaster, which is basically like a 5-minute walk from the dorms to the stadium.
Right.
Strength and conditioning coach, go look at Kenny Lawler. That guy didn't have a full season up until he came to Hamilton. Then our strength and conditioning coach, he plays a full season. Facilities, it's almost a pretty much new stadium. So how we do not know how facilities and equipment. And then the football ops. Lane, actually, if you scroll down,
hold on.
if you're sharing this, there's actually anonymous comments made by players about teams.
Oh wow.
Again, I actually really like
just keep on going down a bit.
Yeah, no problem.
Like I don't know about you guys, but I wish more leagues where this
it's just after this.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the BC
we gotta
ones.
read these.
Wow.
So BC,
So the
appearances
appearance
are
paid, but they're underpaid for their appearance and not paid for their travel time.
Wow.
They're complaining about their small meals on planes after the game. So there wasn't that. And
one bite
strength and conditioning was the biggest improvement year over year.
Do we want to take turn reading these?
This one here. So I'll just pretty much summarize each comment. So if you go down to Calgary, so basically Calgary's saying that they don't have their athletic therapy teams aren't open late enough after practice to get lifts and work out.
I'll say that's a huge issue.
And then
strength and conditioning, we argue about this all the time because I argue football is the most physical sport, and your body's got to be ready to go versus almost any other sport. Like
I have a sport that's more physical.
You go to war. Sorry, Adam.
I know a sport that's more physical. A sport that's more physical, but I don't really.
So do I.
It's rugby. I'd say it's.
That's how I broke my collarbone.
That's how I broke my collarbone. It for years. It's crazy. It's just it's football, but tackling properly and without pads.
There's no equipment.
We're crazy.
And when they crazy. Adam, when you go to do a throw-in from out of the field and they go to lift you, and then they go to lift you and then they're supposed to put you down. With me, they lifted me up and turned me and then dropped me, and I broke my collarbone in 10 pieces.
No.
So I have a plate 10 screws in my shoulder.
Wow. That's crazy. That is wild.
And that was with the men's league. That wasn't even high school.
You can't. That's crazy. You cannot be doing that. That's crazy to me.
So anyway, so the Edmonton saying that they have terrible rehab planning and extremely inconsistent, lacks of useful feedback in order to progress from being injured. So if you're ever wondering why Edmonton has a bunch of injured players,
now you know why.
There you go.
And that's another huge issue.
This one kills me. Before and after practice, you got to pay for your food. If that was me, I'd be going home and eat my own food.
Yeah.
If I'm buying groceries at my own house, I might as well eat at my house.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So this hotel that they're talking about, they actually changed the hotel.
It says it here, I think.
No. I'm just saying, the hotel that they were using, they changed it. It's not the same hotel anymore. Ever since this was posted.
So this is for visiting players coming in.
Yeah, but you know what though? Maybe I have a bad opinion on this. I would definitely want to put the opposing team in a bad hotel. Give me an advantage at home. I mean, it didn't work.
Yeah.
So here's another thing with appearance money. Issues with multiple players. Appearances were not offered at the rate expected. So again, even if you're given, for example, appearance money, you're not paid the proper hour appearance money.
What does that mean? When they show up for community events or something?
For signings.
So if say for example, you're going to go do in a community event, obviously they're going to pay you for your time. So for example, if you're supposed to get, I'm just going to use $100 as an example. You go there for 5 hours, you're supposed to get $20 an hour for 5 hours to make $100.
Okay.
They're paying you less, and then they turn around and pay you less than $20 an hour.
Yeah, that would be frustrating.
You know what I mean? They're not paying you at the rate that you should be paid.
I just thought I would clarify that in case people wanted to know what that meant.
Yeah. So the great improvement on the nutrition, family events, strength and conditioning, that was improved, and the strength and conditioning staff leveled up. The Winnipeg, that one was wearing pads every single day of training camp and had 0 days off. That would suck.
Yeah, that's terrible.
On your body.
You got to wonder, though, if you remember, there were quite a few Blue Bombers who were injured going into the season. Maybe that was why.
Could be.
Remember, Caleros and Oliveira and Dembski were all banged up going into the start of the season last year.
Yeah.
You got to look at it. That's basically your whole offense.
They upgraded the travel and their eating area, so they've upgraded our players' lounge and they've added additional athletic therapists. They have babysitting for home games and post-game food, which is staffed after home games in our suite areas. So they have staff that watch players' kids. while they can
That's
go
cool.
enjoy.
That's a cool idea.
So here's the Toronto one. Practice field is not the best. It's run by the city and not maintained well.
The city of Toronto is not known for that.
This part is crazy. We sometimes have to travel further for practice, sometimes over 20 minutes.
This is Lamport Stadium, if I'm not mistaken.
It is, yeah.
The workout gear
field.
That they're given is poor quality and does not meet the professional football standard, in my opinion. Also lacks of team gear given to us, causing the people to spend their own money. That's pretty sad if you're MLSE.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Gosh.
She's MLSE. That's brutal.
And then the Argos have the best medical staff and therapy in the league. I'm still trying to find out who this is that did the Hamilton one.
Sounds like the owner.
My team ranked the highest last year and still making improvements. The class is the class of the CFL and goes beyond the Call of Duty. They even hosted Thanksgiving dinner for players and their families.
I will say I've heard that like the Ticats or ownership is phenomenal. I have heard that, and they really.
So it's not. So just so that you do know, it's not just Bob Young anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was bought by the. Oh my gosh!
Bob Young still owns
a majority,
51% of the team. Stelco owns portion of it. Michael Cage owns a portion. Mike Cage, who used to be the Ticat, owns part of it, and then there's someone else that they just brought in as part owner. Players in Ottawa were not given the opportunity to earn community appearance money. Not many off-season appearances or opportunities. Here's the other thing I was telling you, Jacob. Training camp was in Kingston, not practical. The facility and lunchroom are too far to walk from your dorm rooms. The shuttles they were running were not convenient and not always available. That added so much stress to parts of training camp that was completely not necessary.
Wow.
Nuts.
Like, I understand going to these other markets and getting to do your preseason game there. Like, I think it's cool for the fans. I do love that Ottawa does a fan fest in Kingston during that time as well. I think that's great. Ottawa's kind of a team I've always really liked, even though I'm an Argo fan. They're the other team in the East I've always liked. But, like, you can't have these training camps in areas where, like, the dorms are just not practical, right? And that's something Ottawa's gonna have to clean up. We'll see. Maybe if Ryan Dinwiddie, maybe Ryan Dinwiddie will go to the press and complain about it, right, Lane?
Oh yeah, I could totally see him doing that. I don't think it would be
but it's not like my fault. It's like, well, it is.
Yeah, that sounds like something you would do.
Jacob, I have a question for you. Since you guys,
it's only a matter of opinion.
No, you guys aren't, so I can't really ask that. Do you guys not see like Toronto players going into the community? Or no?
It depends on the player. Some of them certainly do. Like Kelly or Lumpum. Kelly does a lot of community work.
He does.
Maybe McManus.
So does McManus. So does Brissett. So does Mattal.
Yeah. Pinball does a lot himself.
Pinball does a lot. But I will say, I don't think the Argos as an organization do enough as a whole for like more just day-to-day engagement. No, I don't think they do. Like, I thought it was really cool. Rick, I know for your season ticket holders, for example, in Hamilton, they have the like where you can go meet all the players and get their autographs. Like Toronto, you can't even get a simple like locker room tour.
So
I don't think they do.
So Dan, I actually have something to show you.
Yes, sir.
For the people for Dan and Lane who have not seen this.
Well, I'll just finish reading these comments here. Montreal said their family support and treatment on game day is non-existent, and in my opinion, needs the most improvement of any category.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
And then...
Is that game worn?
That's sick.
Wow.
Oh, your mic's muted. That's so cool.
You're muted by sec, Rick.
Yeah, so Rick, I can't unmute you the way it's set. There you go.
Yeah, so this is actually game worn. This is Lee Trey's helmet.
Wow,
that's so cool.
However... It did cost an arm and leg
on my head.
Well, it doesn't even fit on my head, Lane, so don't feel bad.
No, there's a running joke on here that I can't wear hats. I'm like, I wonder if I could wear a helmet.
Just a quick story. I got that at the locker room sale with 2 of the orange Indigenous jerseys and a football.
Oh, nice. Oh, cool.
Oh, wow. So cool.
Probably dropped Gino that
say,
day.
This alone, $500.
Yeah, I can
This
believe
alone.
it.
Wow.
And for viewers who
Yeah,
are
that
just
makes
listening
sense.
and not watching us on YouTube, who are checking us out on Spotify and
cool, though.
iHeartRadio the next day, yeah, this was a game-worn helmet that Rick was holding up from Litre, who is a Tiger Cat fullback and their short yardage specialist.
Cool.
He was an Argo at one point
Well,
too.
I've already
and
seen
let
it, so
Vito
why
out
am
for
I
the
going
job.
like, ooh, I don't know. I was gonna say like Toronto. It's funny to me that not a lot of like Toronto Argos don't do a lot because like Toronto, like the Leafs and the Raptors do so much, and the Jays do so much for the community in Toronto, and like Toronto, the Leafs and the Raptors are both owned by MLSE. Argos are as well, so it's kind of funny to me that they don't. Like I know the Leafs are like you see it all the time. Like they go to the kids all the time. They go out in the community.
Argos do that too.
They go out. Yeah, like do you see it a lot? Like, and it's so surprising you don't see it more from the Argos, I guess you could say. Because I see it more like you see all of the press being more for the Leafs and Raptors.
Well, I mean, you get the press
stuff, which is annoying.
I hate to say this as an Argo fan, but I'm gonna say it. Toronto media doesn't care about the Argos. It sucks. It's why people watch podcasts like ours and Rick's as well that are going to take a deeper dive into the CFL.
Unless your name's Matt Shinetti.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, Shinetti's phenomenal. I love Matthew Shinetti. Matthew Shinetti, if you're watching this, I love you. Okay, I will take you for a nice steak dinner.
I've met him at Tai Kai practices so many times.
Oh, that's cool.
So Jacob, you were mentioning something at the beginning of the podcast, and before I go into it, I'm going to mention this. So, for those that don't know, Toronto did release Mitchell, but then also signed Peyton Logan the other day. So now you have Spencer Brown, Peyton Logan, and Dante Mockmahan, not McMahon, Mockmahan.
Yes.
Yeah,
so now,
I'm not a fan of his personally.
My question to you, I can't remember who mentioned it, but someone mentioned AJ Ouellette.
Yes.
Where is good old
because
AJ?
I really want him. I really want him back in Toronto.
Me
I
too.
know it's not
I love
realistic, but I
Come to
do
Hamilton.
really want him back in Toronto.
I
think it
will
would be cool.
say this,
I know
though.
he's not going to happen.
Riddle me this: if AJ Ouellette comes back to Toronto, does this really prove that Ryan Dinwiddie was an issue?
Oh yeah.
So-
This would be the third player
just-
left under the 10-year.
So just to
love
make
AJ
things
Ouellette.
clear, when before AJ left, he had gone to Saskatchewan, and he really likes the country area out in, like, he lives in a trailer park out in Saskatchewan,
which is great. I love
That's
that.
awesome. I love that,
Yeah.
bro. That's funny.
He's a
So, like-
country bumpkin.
Yeah, so that's
He seems like the
basically
type of
why
guy.
Good job by Reimer.
He
he's
didn't. It was
I'm at a
4-1.
great game.
that's
Didn't end up being a shutout.
the only thing that I'm worried about is you have Saskatchewan, BC, and Hamilton without quarterbacks, and there's three. Or sorry, not quarterbacks, running backs.
Let me pull up your free agency tab again. By the way, this is like the best thing I've seen all day.
yeah,
Oh yeah, this is awesome. I love this.
Yeah,
This is gonna help me so much.
Holy cow!
Adam, you don't know how much time I've spent into this.
I would assume
Good-
like
good
I would
thing
assume there's so much time, and I love it.
So
I love
the
it that you've done that.
the good
Respect.
thing is, because every year I only have to go update the numbers at the end of the season, it's not as bad. Because
Fair.
once you have this put together at the beginning of the year, it's not as bad. You just got to remove names, add names, move teams, and so forth.
Now, I will say it's interesting at the running back position because there are a lot of good running backs potentially available. Like you got AJ Ouellette, James Butler. I thought Greg Bell actually really turned it up the second half in Hamilton. William Stanback, who I know slowed down a little bit, but like I still like him.
So
Mario Anderson's one though that I think if a team is willing to take a chance, I think he could be a starting running back. Like if someone's looking for, he was on Saskatchewan last year.
The interesting thing, Jacob, I don't know if you've noticed this because you're not a Hamilton fan. If you watch Greg Bell's play, if he stands right beside Bo, gets the ball, and then runs, he doesn't hardly get any yards.
Yeah.
If he takes 2-3 steps back, and then as Bo goes to turn, he runs, he gets like 8-9 yards.
He's not a good
run.
shotgun running back.
No.
You got to have Bo under center.
That's interesting.
So
Mayan Williams, was he the one who got hurt like early in this season for the Argos?
yeah,
Am I right?
I'm actually surprised the Argos cut him because I actually thought he was showing promise before he lost like eyesight.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah.
That was in the game in Ottawa.
I was the game in Ottawa. Remember, I said, I think we finally found our running back. Now, I think Toronto might just actually want to give Spencer Brown another look because I thought at times he showed some flashes. Because Peyton Logan,
he showed some good flashes.
Peyton Logan, and sorry, Dan, upset you again. Poor Dan. I'm just picking on him today. I think Peyton Logan is going to replace Janarian Grant.
No,
that's more my theory because I don't think the Argos are going to spend the money on Grant. So Peyton Logan's drastically cheaper, and Peyton Logan is also a guy that can be in your running back. Unfortunately, Grant, besides of kick returns and throwing the odd dart pass when they did a trick play, wasn't really effective in the offense besides of the kick returns. So you can bring in a guy like Peyton Logan who you can sub on and off in your running game like they used to with Javon Leake. And the guy's explosive. He's had some moments as a good kick returner. So I kind of see that being the process. And I think Toronto, maybe I could actually see them going for a guy like Mario Anderson to try to fill out that room and have Anderson and Brown fight for the starting job. Because I still think they're going to keep McManus, so they're going to have to find cheaper options somewhere else.
So just to answer your question, Jacob, for wide receiver only. So for Americans, it's I know you see this in NHL where players set the bar for contracts.
Yeah.
So Austin Mack is like the lower bar at 211. Keon Hatcher's the top for Americans at 3. What do I have him at? I have him at 310.
Phenomenal year.
So that's Americans. Then you have wide receivers, national players that are like 285 with Samuel Emeles and 275 with Philpott in Montreal. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of receivers go for like the 175, 200 bare minimum.
True.
And that's going to make the cap inch. And actually, looking at the receiver list, there's some really high-end receivers.
That is why, me personally, if we get rid of Tim White, I'm okay, because the thing with us is we need linebacker help. Like it's
Tim White.
Bye, Tim White. I'll never forget.
I mean, you guys take all of our players, and we take all of your players.
Yeah,
Rick, he's my sworn enemy because he lost. Because I was at the game, he lost to Mr. Clipboard.
We call Nathan Rourke Mr. Clipboard, by the way, Rick, for some context.
That's okay, Lane. I sit where they come out for the warm-ups. You know how many touchdowns I've seen him drop?
Too many to count.
I was at was it 21 or 23?
He's good. He just dropped
one where he dropped the ball in the end zone for the touchdown at the Grey Cup, and I was fucking there. I was in tears.
Yeah, I was sad.
I remember that because I actually wanted Hamilton to win that year because I just don't like Winnipeg.
That's right.
But my thing is, like, there's so many people.
Well, yeah, like you start going through this. You got Keyshawn Johnson.
He's got
Dante Myers.
Dante Myers went to the Bengals, which is why I have that off to the right-hand side.
But I mean, you also have Justin Hardy, Dejon Brissett, Dominic Rhymes, Braden Addison, Curly Gittins Jr., who I think in the right system can be a really solid receiver for a team. Steven Dunbar, if he can stay healthy. Like there's so many. And it's interesting, too, on some of the kick return specialists. You have Janarian Grant and Devontae Dedmon, who are two guys that I think will be looking for work. And especially Dedmon, I wonder if a team might snag him on a team-friendly deal because he's been dealing with some injury issues.
Don't forget, we got Bob Dice now as our special teams coordinator. Dedmon might come to Hamilton.
I could see that, actually, because didn't Hamilton cut Woods, did they not, if I remember correctly?
He's not cut yet.
Well, someone else.
He's
That
a free
was
agent.
another one then maybe, but
mind you, I could also see us going cheap at return. Brandon Banks came out of nowhere. Tyreek McAllister came out of nowhere. Woods came out of nowhere. Woodson Jr. came out of nowhere.
So did Pimbleton in Ottawa. He came out. I know
Very
another
true.
one of Lane's arch enemies, actually.
That guy, that's another guy I don't like. I don't know, Rick. I cannot stand that guy.
But yeah, it is
Not
interesting.
catch the ball.
The kick return guys, it's interesting because you can find a guy in college of great wheels who just can't run routes. And they can become a phenomenal kick return specialist in the Canadian Football League.
I was joked with my dad about Janarian Grant, and he's like, "Who's Janarian Grant?" I'm like, "Just look at the guy on the field who everyone's pulling his hair."
Oh,
yeah, I know.
I love Janarian Grant, right?
Me
I've
too.
seen Janarian Grant do some legendary
Last
stuff on
year-
the field.
Like 2 years ago, he had an incredible year with the Argos.
Last year was the year that the guy won the million, thanks to fucking Wooden and friggin' Janarian Grant, I think it was.
Yeah,
That's
it was
right.
Janarian Grant.
Yes.
But I just look at Janarian Grant, and I think, again, the Argos are going to have to cut salary, especially if they want to keep 2 starting quarterbacks for some strange reason. So if you're going to do that, I think Janarian Grant is where maybe you cut salary and you look for a speedy guy out of college that you hope you can teach the Canadian system to. Because I argue kick returning in Canadian football is so much more important than it is in American football, that you need a specialist, especially if a team struggles to move the ball at times. If you have a kick returner that can get you in field goal range in almost every return, gosh, it makes like that one year when Kelly was dealing with the suspension, when you had Grant, you were getting in Wamalahe's range basically on every kick return.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So even though Duke's, and obviously I'm not, I feel bad for Duke's that he got some death threats in Toronto, and I see he's on your free agent listed quarterback. But as much as Duke's didn't have the arm strength, because he was responsible with the ball, Toronto came away a point so much because of the kick returns.
100%. Yeah.
So you look at it, you look at teams that maybe
too.
struggled to move the ball last year. And I mean, Edmonton still has Javon Leake, so I don't see him being that guy. But I can't think of one on top of my head, but maybe I think Winnipeg, unless Winnipeg brings Janarian Grant back, they have
Vaville.
Pardon?
Vaville's still in Winnipeg.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Really
I thought
good.
Valve. Oh, right, because he just re-signed. Because I know he was doing NFL tryouts.
No, he never got. So here's the thing that I have about this, and Bomber fans are gonna hate me for saying this, but I'm gonna call it how I see it. People were saying, "Oh, Vaville was better because he won Rookie of the Year." Blah 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 blah. If Vadville was that great over Wooden Senior, he would have got an NFL contract.
Yeah.
Wooden Senior would have done a lot more better last year and could have won Rookie of the Year had he have not gotten injured last year.
Right.
Or sorry, not Rookie of the Year, special teams player. So I mean, either the style of returner you are, or teams just don't like you. I don't know what it is, but
no, it'll be interesting to see how that. And I mean, actually, I thought special teams guy of the year, and maybe I was biased. I honestly was hoping it was going to go more to the Argos kicker, just because he kicked more field goals than any kicker in the entire league.
For serious, the Argos special team was terrible.
But he was basically money on anything under 50, between 50 and 45. The guy was money in the bank. And because I always argue that over Sean White in BC, because half of his kicks are indoors of no wind. So is it really the same level of difficulty?
That's true.
Versus other kickers in this league who are kicking outside all the time. But I kind of want your guys' opinion on this player, who I think may be the most sought after short yardage specialist in the league. Where's Dustin Crum going?
Okay.
I love this guy. He's got tenacity. Okay. He's physical. He can run I thought his throwing game really improved. So he's a short yardage guy who can also be your backup. I love this guy.
Okay, so no BC because they have Rorick. No Saskatchewan because they have Tommy Jones.
You mean Tommy
Calgary?
Stevens,
yeah. Calgary has Quinton Vaughn, so no. Edmonton
Winnipeg, 'cause
has
they
Cole
lost Trevor.
Schneider. Winnipeg. So there's Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hamilton.
Too.
Calgary will be, or Kelly will be Toronto's short yard person. Why, I don't know.
Well, he was waiting.
So you have Winnipeg, Hamilton,
doing
Montreal,
that.
and Ottawa.
You know what? This is, I don't know if you guys agree with me on this. I think Dustin Crum and Jason Moss would literally become best friends. Jason Moss is kind of a bit out, very aggressive, like, oh, let's go. And I think Dustin Crum is kind of that. I don't know. I love Dustin Crum, and maybe you guys find it weird. I'm going on and on about a short yardage guy, but I love that he
don't
doesn't
stop
slide.
talking
He's a
about it
quarterback
right
that will
now.
truck you like a running back. I love it.
To be honest, I know he doesn't get enough credit. If we bring Jake Dolagala back as a short yardage person, 6'8", 245 pounds, just put him out to wide receiver and just throw the ball to him. No one's gonna fucking get you.
Yeah.
Oh, and Giovanni Robertson, our global tight end, that guy's 6'8". Just throw the ball out to him. He was a basketball player back in Jamaica.
Oh, cool.
You won't catch him.
Yeah,
That's sweet. Call me crazy, but I actually think Dustin.
Okay, you're crazy.
Thank you. I actually think Dustin Clun could go at BC because I know they got York, but for backup is Mosoli.
well, Masoli's a free agent.
Right? I don't think we're going to bring him back. So
you know what you're gonna see this year, Dan, and this is gonna go for a bunch of every team, because you are going to start to see players either get cut and not play anymore because football is only a 6-month sport.
Right, yeah.
So Mazzoli, it wouldn't surprise me if Mazzoli retired. It would not surprise me if McLeod retired because his wife works for fucking Disney. Pardon my French. So, and then you'll start to see it with receivers, defensive players. Like,
right.
You're going to start to see over the next few years, the veteran players like start to taper off and leave the league, and the younger players from the States and universities start to come up. And you may not know someone this year. I guarantee you in 2-3 years, it's going to be like a whole new cast of characters.
Yeah, I can
and I'm not looking forward to when Harris, Bo, and Claros retire, because I mean, you're going to be missing
influx of quarterbacks from down south.
But then I mean, you're going to see guys like potentially like Rourke, Arbuckle, Adams, and maybe even Drew Brown. They might be the next regime of like, because I actually think Drew Brown under the right system could be really good.
Adam brought up a good point with quarterback, because I read this the other day. I forget who I think 3 Down posted it. So because the NIL down south, if a quarterback's making $6 million and he doesn't make the NFL, I'm sure he's happy. He's not going to come up to CFL and make $70,000 Canadian to be a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he'll make more.
The only thing will be is like, I mean, and mind you, I don't think the NFL scouts give the CFL guys enough credit for what they do in north of the border, but it will be like, let's be honest, I don't think the UFL is going to last much longer. And I think when it does fold, then we're going to see a flux of really talented guys who are trying to make it to the NFL coming to the CFL again. There's no disrespect to the UFL, right? Like, I actually think there are a lot of really talented guys there. It's just, let's be honest, no one in America cares about it. People think the attendance is bad in Canada. We look like we have the best attendance on earth. The Argos would be second in attendance in the UFL, and it's the worst attendance in the CFL. Well, I should say worst by like butts in seats. Like, I do think Argo fans, maybe I'm biased, but I do think the Argo fan base that's there is highly educated and knows the game. Luke Wilson said that himself, and I know we all love Luke Wilson. But I mean, like,
I want to say that I think one American guy, I think may actually come up if the UFL folds. I think he's playing the UFL. He might just not be playing football anymore. Is the other Sanders brother, the older one. I don't remember his first name. He plays on the defensive side. I could see him if he wants to go back to football.
His rights.
Yeah, I could see him coming back up. I don't know if he's actually playing UFL or if he just straight up retired from football.
I don't think he retired.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shiloh Sanders.
Yeah, Shiloh Sanders.
I think he went to go play. I think he went to go play in the UFL, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But like, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes up if he can't find, because he won't make the NFL, I don't think.
So
honestly, like I think all of his issues.
Last year he was with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Signed as an undrafted free agent. He got waived as the final roster cuts, and on August 30th, he got fined $5,000 for throwing a punch in a preseason, which he was ejected for. But I mean, other than that, he really hasn't
done anything stupid on the field. Off the field is the other question, because he's like, there was like issues with like bankruptcy and stuff and him not paying people back and stuff. There was a whole like legal issues for him off the field that weren't like, they're not stuff that's going to stop him from making the NFL. But I just don't think, I think after what happened, like with the camp, with like training camp and how that ended, I don't know how much they're going to really want to bring him back. I think there's more issues maybe with him than his brother, than Shador. Like, I just don't think people want to bring it. It might just be his attitude as well. Like, he might have more attitude issues than his brother does. But
speaking of family, siblings, and members, do you guys not know who Montreal just signed the other day?
Terrell Owens.
Terrell Owens.
Yes. I brought that up. I can't forget. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Amazing. So excited.
I think I was telling Lane that. I think I was telling Lane that before we went on for the Leafs thing. Yeah. I was surprised to see that. I was like, oh, I didn't even like know his son played football. So that's I'm not surprised, I guess, he plays it.
And I mean, let's be honest, if you're looking for an opportunity to play football, I mean, the CFL is kind of the next, I understand that's not the NFL, but it's the next step, right? Like, I'm sorry, and again, this is no disrespect, but I tried watching some UFL games, and it just didn't hit the way Canadian football does. It's basically NFL with worse players. And again, that's no disrespect. They're very talented players. Like I say that the worst player in the NFL could run circles around any average Joe. Like, these are very talented athletes. There's just only so many jobs. Like Ocho Cinco talked about that when he came to the CFL years ago, right? But I think for guys who are looking for an opportunity, as Rick said, in the next couple of years, I think we're going to start to see some really high-end players that no one's heard about that may be the new faces of the Canadian Football League.
Or Jacob, you're just like me, and I watch CFL Classics on YouTube, and they have the whole 2025 season, and I have CFL withdrawals, so I'm just rewatching the whole
season. I've watched some of that too.
With no commercials, of course.
I don't know why they don't do that on TSN more on just some of the off hours. They just don't, like leading up to the Grey Cup, for example. Why that week? Why is it just not legendary Grey Cup games on every day?
They did. They played like, I know they played the 2019. I saw that they played the 2017 Grey Cup. They played a couple, but they didn't play a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, every day leading up to Grey Cup, there should be a gold Grey Cup game. I'd love it if they broadcasted the Mud Bowl again. That'd be hilarious. It'd be great.
I think it's just something that TSN doesn't like. It's not something big for TSN.
No, they're just going to show the 50 top saves in the month for 18,000 times.
Yeah, but I think that's something that they have to show though. These are all stuff that they like. These are programming that they have to show. I think.
I know, Adam. I understand. I shouldn't say you have from a TV brain, but I want to look at it from a fan brain.
I have another question to throw out there. This is kind of from the GM's meetings that we had a few weeks ago. Because TSN only shows technically the first 3 rounds of the draft, and then you have to get CFL or TSN Plus to watch the other half, would you guys be against if they had some community hall, convention center, something like that, where they had like the old school NHL draft type thing where you could go watch the draft in person?
I would
I
go.
would love that.
Yes,
I would
that'd be
go.
awesome. That'd be so cool.
And that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get why. Like, you would get like so many fans flying in from.
Yeah.
And can
So
we please stop having the draft on a freaking Tuesday?
Yes, I don't know
That's
why they do
weird.
this. They shoot themselves in the foot.
Because
Make it an event.
here's the thing.
So my
is
biggest gripe with
they
TSN
have to
is
have
not
it.
even-
They have to have it, I think, after the NFL has theirs.
Yeah,
That's why it's on the Tuesday.
Well, then
But
make it a Friday.
because you think about it, okay, the reason why they have it on the Tuesday is because the week after, 3 days later, they have rookie camp for 3-4 days. Or the following week they have rookie camp. And then that weekend, all the veterans start coming to camp. And then you have training camp for 2-3 weeks, and then the season's here.
It's a tight window, but
So
I just feel like the league doesn't do enough to. I've said the same thing about free agency. Why is, like, when the tampering window opens, why is there not? I mean, I know, Rick, you do amazing content for it. And I mean, I'm sure we'll be doing some stuff at the desk for it. I don't know if we're going to go 12 hours live the way you do, Rick. I mean, that's amazing. But Dan struggled
like that
enough
would be
when
us
we went
sleeping.
5 hours for the NHL draft.
So
Which I believe,
Oh, we're
just,
gonna be
I
doing
don't
that
mean to
for
cut
free.
you off, Rick, but I do believe Dan needs to pack it in
sorry.
for the night.
Trade deadline.
So, Dan, I do want to thank you very much.
I get 5 a.m.
Yeah,
please,
So,
that's me
I
going
want
to
to say
bed.
something.
Yeah.
This is not really.
Have a good night,
This is not
everyone.
really draft
See ya.
wise.
Thanks again, Dan.
This isn't really just the draft, but it's more so for TSN. My biggest gripe with TSN isn't it just CFL related. It's more so like everything that CFL does. I hate TSN Plus so much with like a burning. Like I hate what they do because they got four or five channels on TV. Like just that they show the same thing on like every single channel half the time. And I know I was just saying they maybe have to show that stuff, but like there's like they got MLS games that they put on like Plus. They put on not TSN Plus for no reason that you can't watch on regular TV. Bad
College
management for the
games.
league, for the Canadian teams. Like it's like TFC you can't even watch half the time on normal television.
You know what needs to
crazy.
come to TSN?
What? Yeah, probably something good.
U Sports football.
Oh, we've talked
They
about
should
this.
bring-
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't. Like this is all stuff that they should show. Like it's just like
The-
and I know
the
I think
only-
CTV showed it
You
this
gotta
year.
pay for that.
That's the thing I don't like is every league, like it should there should be a package where you can pay X amount of dollars to have all leagues. It's like $40
Yeah.
just for the Ontario League.
Crazy.
Well, what I would love to see
Bloody
too
crazy.
is I don't know if you guys remember this, but you remember back in the day when CBC used to do a whole bunch of U Sports, and I know they do
The
venue-
Score used to
Yes.
do U Sports.
Who? Sorry.
Okay, before
Score,
Sportsnet moved to Sportsnet 360, it used to be The Score, and
Yeah.
they used to have
Yeah.
Game of the Week on there all the time.
And like I would totally watch it. Like even Lane, Adam, and I, not Dan. Dan does not work in TV with us, but we were
No.
covering the Burlington Stampeders. It was U19, I think, and that was great.
Yeah,
and that was
I
a
think
really
so,
interesting.
so.
Sorry, Lane.
Yeah, you're right. I think it was under 20, but same.
1920, as long as it's not 6'7". But at the end of the day, it was some really good football. And I mean, it's great that community channels are able to produce that stuff and get it out to the public. But it would be great if CBC did a game of the week that went around and did different university and junior sports, whether it's football or hockey or whatever. Because we have all this great, you look at how big they've made college sports in America. And I do think it could get that way in Canada if we marketed it better. I think the CFL could be better, like bigger if it was marketed
CBC.
better.
So CBC has CBC Gem, which you can get for free and you can like watch live stuff.
Yeah.
I know because they used to show the rugby sevens tour on it
Okay.
all the time, and it was awesome to be able to watch those games on it. I know they put the Olympics, some of their Olympic coverage on there as well, that they don't always show everything, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But like they could just put U Sports on there. Like it may not make them a lot of money, but it's a good way to grow university sports in Canada. And it's not like CBC doesn't show a bunch of stuff for free anyways. Like on
CBC is not even for profit. Like that's not the goal
like
of CBC.
They should do it.
I just want to say before comments get there, because this is a live show for people who are listening to us later on, we're not going to get into the politicalness of CBC because
it's a waste of our time.
I know Lane loves politics.
The other thing that was mentioned during that GM league meeting was the TV deal. So the TV deal is up at the end of this year.
Yeah.
And he's gone on to say that they're hoping to have a new deal done before the beginning of the season.
Which makes sense.
The only thing is,
interesting,
because TSN has the rights right now, they're really not discussing rights with anyone else.
They need a tampering.
So that's pretty much writing on the wall saying we're going to stick with TSN. But it's going to be interesting to see what type of deal, because before 2013, I forget what it was before 13. 13, it was $13 million a year. Then 2019, it was $50 million a year for 6 years.
Ooh.
So that's almost like your salary cap right there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like TSN will want to keep CFL since they've already lost the NHL rights outside of like the rights for the Canadian teams, like local teams. They've already lost that to Sportsnet.
Most of the games are games to
Sportsnet. They need it. I think they need to keep the CFL because I think they might even lose. They might end up losing. I don't even know if they should really even be keeping the MLS in Canada because they do such a bad. They don't even show most games that they have rights to.
I don't know if you know, Adam, but Apple TV is trying to get MLS.
Oh my God, it's so bad. Please, because nobody in Canada will be able to watch it half the time. Like nobody wants to have, like if you don't have an Apple, you're screwed at that point.
You know what?
Well, just go to No Frills and buy an Apple.
Very funny. Or here's one. Why not just do for example, preseason is the worst because you have 4 games all at once or 2 games all at once.
Yeah.
And for preseason, you only televise 2 games. Work out a deal with fucking Amazon. Everyone in Canada has Amazon.
Yeah. PWHL has I'm watching Toronto Scepters right now, their game. And they do such a great job Prime now with their coverage of sports with the NHL. I think they do WNBA as well and the PWHL. So
football,
pretty great coverage too.
Trust me,
they do some football.
So I don't know. I know you guys were doing some CFL talk today, but just some rumblings. I don't know if you guys heard the rumblings. So who was it? It was. I can't remember who broke the news in the summertime. Lane, you might like this.
Ooh.
Hamilton's supposed to be getting an AHL team in the summertime.
Ooh,
back in Hamilton again.
There were rumors. So I remember there were rumors about the Marlies leaving.
No, so it's not the Marlies. It's not the Marlies. I know who it's going to be.
Is it New York? Is it New York?
It is going to be the Islanders.
Really?
Yes, I remember that rumor as well.
This is the last year that they're playing in their stadium. So basically, the way that the two teams are tied, tied is the people that own the stadium that the Islanders play in are the same owners that
own the Hamilton.
Yes.
Is it right? Ontario Center? Yeah.
Yeah. TD Coliseum now.
Coming out, Rick. Yes, I remember this coming out, Rick. I remember.
Yeah, I just can't remember who it was. Someone said that it can't happen until summertime.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but it was I remember I remember what I was talking about with the Marlies was that there was apparently a leaked letter to Marlies season ticket holders about them apparently moving to Hamilton, and I was like, what the heck? Because they hadn't, Toronto hadn't released anything yet. So nobody knew what the heck was going on. But that was that ended up being false, of course, because they ended up staying. But then I remember the rumors coming out that it was going to be Bridgeport was going to leave and Bridgeport was going to go to Hamilton. And I was like, that's sick. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I was.
Well, Hamilton's got that beautiful arena, right? Like,
here's the thing.
Well, the WHL game looked great there, from what I saw on.
I don't know if you guys have been following the AHL post-COVID. It's changed a lot. A lot.
It has, yeah.
So they've dropped 10 games a season. So they went from 82 to 72. Of the 72 games, listen to how dumb this is, Adam. Of the 72 games, 60 of them you play within your division.
What? That's insane.
It's to cut down on travel cost.
Yeah, that's because the West teams didn't want to travel much. So you could just imagine Hamilton and Toronto playing 12. You guys think Argo is playing Hamilton 5 times in like 4 weeks? We're going to play each other 12 times in one season.
That is insane. That would be awesome to go watch AHL games, of course, being able to go to Toronto or Hamilton.
Because you figure Hamilton, Laval, Belleville, Marlies.
Yeah, that'd be crazy rivalry right there.
Yeah, they should just put all the Canadian teams all in one division. I know you got to travel.
I was just thinking this,
time zones.
Like, they're gonna have to flip the divisions. They're gonna have to change around the divisions because Bridgeport's not in the same division as the Marlies and Belleville right now. And Laval.
If you move Bridgeport and put them in to the North Division, it's only one team because right now there's the same amount of teams in the East and the West. It's just moving one team from one division to another.
Okay.
It wouldn't be that big of a
see.
Here's what I wondered though, and you guys can call me crazy if you'd like.
Crazy.
You're crazy.
I wondered if the
Wayne's
Belleville
just staging it down there.
Will move to Hamilton. So here, the Belleville Senators move to Hamilton, and then Belleville gets an OHL team instead of an AHL team like they used to have in that market in general. Because people will talk about travel for the team. Well, Hamilton's not an airport. The players can still get
the
to
OHL
on
won't
an
give them
emergency basis pretty
quick. So I can answer this for you. So I can tell you that won't happen because if Ottawa owns the Belleville Senators, their owner used to be the owner in Hamilton, and him and the city council are not on the same page.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
There's beef.
There's
beef.
Oh, I'm sure there's beef. But if you think about it,
I think the Ottawa Senators own Belleville.
Put an OHL team in Brockville or this is from David from the comments. Put an OHL team in Brockville or Cornwall and leave Belleville alone. Yeah, I mean, like I could see an OHL team doing well in either Cornwall or Brockville. I mean, Cornwall, you better put them in the queue, which I know they're in Ontario, but they're right at that border.
For Hamilton, since '96, since we started with the Oilers, we've had 4 different farm teams. We've had the Oilers, Edmonton from 96 to 01. We had Edmonton and Montreal. We had Montreal and Dallas.
We had Dallas?
Montreal and Carolina. And then just Montreal. And then they went to Laval and we got the Bulldogs. Now we don't even have the Bulldogs.
And you have this beautiful rink in Hamilton, like an AHL team or a PWHL team in Hamilton. I could see that too. Or maybe even both.
I mean,
okay, guys.
When they came to Toronto.
Michael Andelar, who owns the Sens, does own Belleville as well.
Okay. So
I just looked that up to clarify it. He does own both teams.
So when Toronto was here for the WHL tour, they got 16 to 17,000 fans at that game in Hamilton, and that's women's hockey.
And the PWHL,
we also have Toronto Rock here now again.
I could totally see the PWHL putting a team in Hamilton because I know they like to do 2 teams at once. I think they want to do more American expansion because they're trying to they don't even actually have, you guys don't know, they don't have an American TV deal right now. So all the games are being played for free on YouTube for the States, for the fans in the States, because they have no TV deal there. Like they still haven't had one, and they have like 3 or 4 teams in the States now. They're moving it more so west side though. They want more teams in the west because Boston isn't doing well. Their attendance has been shaky. Minnesota play where the Wild play, so their attendance isn't always great. And then I know New York plays between. Where do they play between? They play between two different rinks. They play between where Bridgeport plays, and I think where the Devils play. Either where the Devils or the Islanders play. They play in two weird spots. It's bad for them. I know Ottawa might end up actually even leaving Ottawa, so Ottawa might end up in Hamilton. I think if Ottawa do leave because of their arena struggles. I could see that happening, but I think Hamilton should get a team in the PWHL if anything, because they deserve more sports. I think that would be big for them.
That's the other thing, because they're doing renovations to Lansdowne, whatever the stadium that the
Lansdowne,
they're redoing the stadium. So now they're probably going to build the new stadium first, while Ottawa's playing
they're
at
shrinking.
They're shrinking
the rink.
But who would have thought? Like, if you were to ask me, I would not have thought that there would be a rink under a football field.
It's actually a really cool
I didn't know it was there for a while. I didn't actually even know it was there.
Now, what's tough though, because I've seen some people criticize that, but I mean, more people go to Red Black games than Ottawa Charge. It's just a fact. So, like in Ottawa, I don't know if you guys have been to a game there, but the one side of the stadium doesn't have proper washrooms. Like they're just like porta potties.
Of course, it doesn't.
Which I will say, by the way, Ottawa, the fan experience, I loved it. I thought the fan experience in Ottawa was phenomenal, right? But it would be interesting to see in Ottawa how they managed to still keep the PWHL fan base happy with that rink and manage to fix things for the Ottawa Red Blacks, which is their biggest property for the Lansdowne Sports Group.
So Jacob, what's interesting is about the arena thing was that the owners who own TD Place, which is like the rink below, the owners of that rink promised the Charge and the PWHL when Ottawa Charge became one of the OG6 teams, that they would be talked to about any renovations to the rink. They were told that, they were promised that. And then the mayor of Ottawa and the owners of the rink basically just went behind their backs and made a plan to shrink the rink anyways, to lower. I think the attendance is going down by like 2,000. Now, mind you, the 67s who play at that rink more than the Charge do have their attendance has been really low for like a while now.
Right.
They were really good for a while in the 2010s there, but since they've been really average since, so the attendance hasn't been great. So that's why they're really shrinking it more, because the 67s don't fill up the rink like it used to, basically. And so that's the whole controversy. And the PWHL doesn't want to put the Charge don't want to move to where the Senators currently play, while the Sens wait for the new rink, because if they go there, it's only going to get worse for them. And then they don't want to wait until the Senators' new rink is built in a couple years, because that's the plan, is to move to there after that rink is built. But they don't want to wait that long, so the Charge might actually end up having to leave Ottawa, which would suck. But
if they do, then I could really see them going to Hamilton. I think Hamilton's the perfect.
I wouldn't be surprised.
PWHL team.
They'll stay in Canada. The Charge won't be moved to the States, but it will stay in Canada. It's either
everyone's coming to Hamilton,
or I think it would be either Hamilton, or they will go to the East Coast.
I mean, we just spent $3 million on renovations.
I've heard that rink. I heard that rink is gorgeous, but we are losing another host for the evening. Lane, thank you very much for joining us tonight at the Analyst Desk. Have a good sleep.
You too, guys. Nice meeting you again, Rick, and hopefully see you soon again.
Yes, sir.
See you guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, see you, Lane.
And then there were 3.
Oh, yeah.
So, Adam, I have season tickets to Toronto, so we definitely have to get you to a game.
So Adam comes with Dan and I to quite a few games with us, because some games are CFL is a family event for us. So some games my mom comes,
So,
and the game she
I
doesn't
will
come,
make
Adam
you a
usually
deal,
comes.
Adam. I will make you a deal, and I will make Jacob and Adam or Jacob and Dan a deal too, even though that you guys have seasons in Hamilton too, no?
No, we don't have seasons in Hamilton.
Okay.
I usually just pick up.
I will make you a deal. For one game, Adam, you can come sit in the lower bowl. I will get extra tickets for Dan and Jacob, and the four of us will sit in the lower bowl for a game.
Okay.
You guys just tell me which game, and I will make it happen.
That sounds like a great deal.
Down. That sounds awesome.
And I do want to remind.
Have you even been to a game in Hamilton?
I've never been to a CFL game in Hamilton, but I have been to the stadium before.
Oh my God.
CFL, nothing against the Forge, because I know we have some viewers who love the Forge, but I mean,
it wasn't to the Forge. It was to, oh my God. I've been to when they did the, what was it
Outdoor
called?
Classic?
Like it was to not the Olympics, but it was like the Pan Am Games. I went to the Pan Am Games, like the soccer there. At that rink, and then I went to a rugby game in Hamilton.
Trust me.
When you see anymore, sorry, I just want to call it that. But the Hamilton Stadium's a great stadium to watch a game.
When you see 21,000 streaming fans at a CFL game, it's unheard of.
I will say too.
I'm ready. It sounds like it's bonkers whenever I watch games on TV. There, it looks like it's bloody crazy.
It is.
Oh, it is bonkers.
And that's one thing I also, just as a quick reminder to viewers who isn't familiar with Rick from Hamilton Sports Central, another great channel. If you haven't had a chance yet, head over to his channel after you're done watching us tonight. And he does an awesome job with it.
So there's going to be some changes coming to the channel, Jacob. I don't know if you know.
Oh yeah, Rick, feel free. Let us
will not only be covering the CFL this year, I will be covering MAC football. OUA.
Ooh, nice.
Because no one covers OUA football, so I'll be covering McMaster, and I will be doing other watch-along games of that league. Then, once the AHL comes back in the fall, once it's official, we will be covering that and getting seasons for that as well.
Oh, nice.
So I will be going to sports all year round.
Very nice.
I'm working a full-time job.
Dedication.
Hey, there you go, David. Yeah, you got to get yourself your Argo hat at the when you go to a Red Blacks game. Yeah, I will say actually, when we went to an Ottawa game last year for Toronto, the fan base in Ottawa was great towards people.
Jacob is my mortal enemy.
Oh, it's Adam's beef. Fun fish.
It's funny, Adam, because you know how I met Jacob and Dan at a Toronto game in Ottawa.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's so funny.
Funny enough, funny story about this. Dan didn't bring a phone charger with him because you know Dan.
Of course he didn't.
So we went to Ottawa for 2 days and he didn't bring a phone charger. So his phone was dying.
Damn.
And
wait, it gets better. It gets better though.
He had he didn't have him and I shared phone. So Dan's just like, oh, I wish I brought a phone charger. Rick just turns around. I have a phone charger.
So for those that don't know, people that I hang out with aren't smart enough to charge their phones before they leave their house, or they're always on their phones.
Yeah.
So I know to bring a phone charger to any sporting event that I go to. I always have a phone charger on me.
That's smart.
Yeah, and it's funny because a buddy of mine, he's like, Rick, do you have your phone charger? I'm like, you really have to ask me every freaking time? Yes, I have my phone charger.
I will say, though, Ottawa is another great place to watch a game, though. So if you haven't been out to Ottawa for a CFL game, great.
The only thing I'm going to say about that is the drive there sucks.
Oh, it's so boring.
Because once you do the first, what is it, 75 kilometers or so, you think, oh, we're almost there, and then and then once you hit all of the on routes, like once you pass all the on routes, you're like, oh well, we're almost there. No, you still have another 2 more hours to drive, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's brutal. I did the way there when I went to go see my sister over the summer, and it was like going there, it was a breeze for me. Like I didn't feel, but like the way back was brutal. Like it was brutal drive. Like I was so tired the whole way.
Here you go. Here's one. You think Ottawa's bad? Montreal's another 2 hours past Ottawa.
Oh,
good luck with that. I did that.
Well, once we get that speed train, we'll be set.
Because
definitely.
The one year, me and a few of my buddies, we did what was it? We did Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto all within one weekend.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh wow.
And of course,
Jacob,
at the time,
you try to do that.
I want to. Yeah,
you wanted to, but you didn't.
the thing with that is, at the time, my car was in the shop, so I had to get a rental.
Oh no.
Oh man.
And because only my name was on the rental, I had to drive everywhere. Anyone wanted to go, I had to be the one to drive. I had to drive there. I had to drive back.
Okay, so we have a comment about how to get
Highway
to
7 is brutal.
You guys have taken Highway 7 to 15. Lots to see. Screw the 401, the 416. No doubt it was a boring drive.
Yeah.
At least you guys link. Very true. Next time we'll be able to link up with David, a friend of the show.
Highway 7. The only thing with Highway 7 for me is that if you have to go.
No, I've not.
No. But like the only thing with Highway 7 is once you get into the middle of like nowhere, it takes forever just to get to where you could go, like where there's like more.
Yeah, it's like after like after all the honors.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Have you done the trip from Winnipeg to Saskatchewan?
No.
Or to Regina? Oh my god!
But I heard it's a boring drive.
Okay, I did that 2 years ago. We went and did. So me and Connor and his cousin Aiden, we went to do the Winnipeg, Saskatchewan weekends. So we went to Winnipeg the Friday, Saskatchewan the Saturday, and then we had to drive back the Sunday to go to the Wild Jets game on the Sunday. And it's just flatlands, farm country, not a single hill in sight. It's just like prairies the whole entire way. Like I slept the whole entire time.
Yeah,
like there's nothing to do for 6 hours.
But I will say they love their hockey and football out
land.
A funny story, actually. I went to Ottawa to get a spoiler for my car. Spoiler alert! It's on the car now. But I'm like, oh, whatever. The highways are all backed up. This is why I used to live in Barrie. So I'm like, we'll take the back way to Barrie. And my mom came with me for the trip. So we're like, okay, whatever. So we get in the car, we drive back, and she's like, oh, I want to stop at a Tim's. We passed one Tim's. The lineup's crazy. I'm like, oh, we'll just go to the next one. Well, next thing we knew, we didn't see another one until Aurelia.
Yeah.
So it was, and Funfish, you are right. Luckily, I'd filled my gas tank right before I left the Ottawa region because I was like running on fumes by the time I got to Aurelia to get my gas.
You know what's crazy to me? Ottawa, you barely see. Ottawa's the capital of Canada, and they rarely have any Tim Hortons in Ottawa.
I know, it's weird.
The funniest thing to me, there's like barely any. It's all like Starbucks and stuff.
Last year when we went, I think it was the Hamilton Ottawa game over by where Parliament is. They have those boat trip things. I'm sorry for the information that they told us about the stuff like, oh, John A. McDonald died in this house, you know, this, that, and the other. I'm like, you could find that stuff online. Like, that was the worst $60 I've ever spent in my life.
Jeez.
I just wanted to do it just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah. I don't know. Ottawa's kind of like, I've been there so much, like, over the years that it's kind of just like, I've done everything I could possibly do in Ottawa. And it's just like, I can't really do anything new. Because I've done everything. Like I've gone to Parliament, like I've been to Parliament Hill so many times. I've been to like downtown Ottawa so many times. Like it's next
time I go to Ottawa, I want to try going to a Gatineau game because it's like right across the border.
Yeah. The only thing with Gatineau
when we were in
and
Ottawa,
it's so weird.
Very difficult to order a milkshake at midnight when you don't speak French. Fun fact.
Don't even
Gatineau doesn't have Uber. Gatineau doesn't even have Uber, so you have to like Uber to the border They drop you off, and then you got to come back over to Ottawa to get another Uber back home, which is so weird to me.
So Funfish, Lane was here, but he left. Dan was here, but he left too. So it's just the three of us.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot of CFL. Now we're just kind of talking road trip stuff, but all the CFL content is obviously up, and we will be posting all the CFL stuff we did earlier in the show. That'll be going up on our Spotify and our Heart Radio, because I think that was we have some really great conversations on that tonight.
So the interesting thing is when I took the rental, I drove to Montreal. I did not realize of how much eye gouging they do for pricing for gas.
Oh, it's insane.
In Quebec.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You got to stop in Shannonville and get that reserved.
You figure, Adam, it was like 130, 139 in Ottawa. You go to Montreal, like Quebec, it's like 155, 150. Like, it's like ridiculous.
That is wild. I went last time I went to Ottawa, I was just in Ottawa, like, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, something like that. I went like right at the start, like after New Year's and stuff. I went to go see my sister, and so I had never gone gambling before. I'm 23, so I've had like 5 years to go gambling. I've never gone to a casino before. It's just not really my.
You're not missing much.
No.
So I went we went over the border and we went to Gatineau to go to one, and I'm just like, this is too much for me. I'm like, this is overstimulating my ADHD. There's too much going on here. And I'm like, y'all are like, this is just too much for my brain. I was like, this is exactly why I would never go again. I probably won't go again unless like I go and see my sister and I'm like, sure, I'll go again. Like, it's all right. But it's like, damn, casinos are just boring to me. It's just
Jacob,
too much noise.
I just had the perfect idea for you guys.
We have a non-Montreal fan in the chat here, David. What's your idea, Rick?
The Analyst Desk on the road for a CFL road trip.
That is some content that we've been talking about. We want to do more road trip content.
Yeah, but that would be so funny.
Not to the UK though, Funfish. That'd be a very expensive road trip.
I said we should just stick a GoPro onto Dan's head and just film content with Dan. Just Dan.
Listen, I have little itty bitty microphones that can go into the bottom of your phone. We're all set to go.
Oh, yes, that'd be awesome. Yes, we should do that. That'd be awesome.
More Hamilton Sports Central and the Analyst Desk teaming up. To me, that's the best way to do it.
Oh yeah.
And just so you guys know as well, for anyone else, people who are watching and don't know Rick as well as we do, he's also part of the CFL Fights Cancer team.
Oh God, that walk that we did last. Oh, Adam, does Adam know or no?
Adam, I don't know if. Well, I know Adam, Dan. I believe you know that Dan did some of the walk last year.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
which was great that Dan was able to do as much as he did.
Yeah.
Yes. I will say, though, my God, over 3 days, that walk is brutal to go walk from BMO Stadium to Hamilton Stadium over the matter of 3 days.
Jeez, yeah, that does sound brutal. Because I know you guys stopped.
Rick is definitely another CFL guy, Funfish.
Yeah,
Rick and I are both.
Listen, I eat, breathe, and sleep CFL. I'm having CFL withdrawals right now, Funfish, and I'm rewatching the 2025 season.
And you know, Funfish is very true as well.
Wait. So Funfish didn't see this earlier. I got my game used helmet on Entree Litre's helmet. I got Peters and Amos.
Oh, I love Peters.
Orange jersey. Oh, Jacob, does Adam know about the signature on the back of the Amos jersey?
I'm not sure if Adam does.
Should I show Adam the signature from Amos?
Yeah.
What he wrote?
I really want to see it now. That's
another
awesome.
Funfish Tie Cat fan in the chat. And yes, David, the Escalade. Okay, I drive the fancy man's Yukon.
Yes, we have the perfect vehicle for that. The perfect vehicle.
Oh, we got a Saskatchewan fan in the chat. Yeah, hey, those Rough Rider Nation. So happy to see them winning the Grey Cup last year.
Oh, that is so cool.
I don't know if you can see it. Much love, Argo suck.
I thought that was funny. Like, as much as I love Dave,
it's funny. It's so funny that Matt Chinetti did a whole story on it on TSN.
Oh, and you know
that's
what?
funny.
I will say banter like that between the teams and fan base, I love it. I think it's great banter.
I love that since he was just literally on the Argos not too long ago too. I just that's so
funny. So here's the thing that I always ask every Argo player that comes to Hamilton. And I say, I said this to Peters, I've said this to Amos, and I said, what brought you to Hamilton? One of the main things that they say is the stadium atmosphere.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, makes sense.
So fans chirp me about 1999. I cheer them about half an empty stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all in good.
Which is a great chirp. It's just so true too.
People always cheer about, they've won Grey Cups in how many last few years? But at the same time, how many times have you guys finished last in how many years?
Yeah, you know what? The Argos are weird. Yeah. Like they're either like one of the going for a championship or they suck. Like Hamilton, I've noticed with your Ticats, Rick, they're consistently mind you, this is the Argos' first batch season in a while. But like the Argos seem to really either do really well, like they had that 16-2 season, but then the playoffs, it was the worst game I've watched in my entire life. And then like last year, they went from winning the Grey Cup to being the second worst team in the Canadian Football League. So it's a tough situation.
I think the last
I don't see Trevor Harris going to the NFL just because of his age. I think he's got the skill level to do it. And he was in the NFL at one point.
Here's my thought with Harris is Harris will be 39 this year.
I think so.
Yeah, because he was 38 last year. So he'll be 39 this year. I say this year he signed a 1-year deal. I think he has one more year left in him after this year, and he's done.
He's 39 currently.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he'll have 2027, and then he'll be done.
Which, you know what? The guy still is a top-tier quarterback in the CFL, at least in my opinion.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say earlier when the other two guys were on earlier. I'm going to say this now, and I don't care what anyone says. They can call me a homer for all I care. If Bo has another year like the last two he has, and he does not win MOP, the CFL is effing rigged. Like, what more do you want the guy to do?
Who won MOP?
I thought he was going to win it this year. I totally thought he was going to win it this year.
24 was Oliveira.
Yeah.
This year was Rourke, and the only reason why Rourke won is because all the rushing touchdowns that he had.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would not. Because 24, they said, oh, Bo's not going to win it because we weren't a playoff team. Bo set so many records this year, and he still doesn't win it. Like, what more does the guy have to do?
Like, I agree
with you there. I
thought last year.
I fully agree. He was my MOP pick after Arbuckle got hurt.
Because I originally said, in all honesty, I thought Arbuckle with the Argos could have squeezed into a playoff spot. I actually thought he had a shot. But I think what Bo Levi Mitchell has been able to do at his age and the consistency level, he still is one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best in the CFL. You can make that argument, and the arm strength on the guy is insane. I agree with you, Rick. If he puts up another year like he did last year and Hamilton makes the playoffs, which I think they will, I think the Ticats will be another good team again. I don't see how he can't be in that MOP conversation.
It's not even the conversation. Freaking give the guy the award.
Let's be honest. The CFL wants Rourke to be the poster boy, right? Maybe not so much now after the way he's publicly basically.
I'm gonna be an ass. I'm gonna be an asshole for saying this. Take the legs out from underneath him for a season, then he can't be the poster boy.
Well, yeah, he is a pure mobile guy. He apparently can't be a pocket passer.
Funfish, so to answer the question, his brother's with the 49ers on the practice squad, and his rights are owned by the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Which some people say Curtis Rourke is actually better than Nathan Rourke. There's been
he was so good at Indiana. Yeah. He was Indiana's quarterback last year before.
Yeah, but you have to remember, not just because you excel in the NCAA, you don't always excel in the next league up.
Well, and you know,
perfect example, Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I've argued this too, because I remember I was having a debate with some guys we sit with at BMO, and they were like, you know, there's this other guy around there, and they're like, oh, a good NCAA team would be the CFL team. And I'm like, no, they wouldn't. You're going against professional athletes. And like, I think people are forgetting how talented this league actually is. Like, I'm sorry, we get college guys come up to the CFL all the time, and they look like a deer, in front of headlights.
It's not even college. It's like, Adam, I assume you're a big NFL person, right?
Sorry, okay. Yeah. I watch more CFL than I watch NFL.
Okay, do you remember Sammy Watkins that played for the Steelers at one point? He tried to come up to the CFL, and he was trash.
Yeah.
He played 2 preseason games, and then he left.
I'm not surprised by that at all, to be honest.
Like, some people can do it up here, and some, like, Wakefield, or was Wakefield or Wake, the one that went to go have that amazing career with the Dolphins?
It was Wake. He dominated the NFL and the CFL.
Yeah. Alex Singleton, another perfect person that dominated both leagues.
Alex Singleton is so good for the Broncos. He's just
don't remind me about that Bills game anymore.
Oh, sorry, Jacob.
I didn't mean to wait. The fact that the Bills lost, or not even 24 hours after the game, they fired their coach.
Well, they had to fire their coach.
Oh, no. Like, from the people that I've spoken to, like, a lot of people are so pissed off that he was fired. Because now if you bring in a new coach and the team still doesn't do well, then it's Josh Allen.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
It's tough. Like, I got kind of ripped on when I compared Josh Allen to Patrick Mahomes in critical games. But I mean, the comparison's there, but I still think Josh Allen's a generational talent. I think it's the GM that should have been fired. Get this, he was promoted. The Bills GM. Like, the guy, I don't understand how you don't go and get any weapons at the deadline for Josh Allen. Like, you could have just overpaid for Waddle out of the Dolphins. Are you guys Tua fans?
There's okay, so Funfish brings up a perfect example here. Tua's brother was signed with Hamilton for 2 seasons.
Yeah, short yardage.
He was on the practice roster for 1. He got one touchdown in the next season, and then he ended up getting cut. And now he's, I think, in the European Football League or something.
He played in the UFL he played in the UFL for a bit too, but that didn't last either. And he was great in NCAA, but again, you're jumping from a junior league to like an adult league. And answer your question, Funfish, on Tua, I think Tua Tagovailoa could have been a great quarterback before the 18,004 concussions. I think at some point the guy's got to quit football.
So Tua just reminds me of the CFL version of Zach Claros.
Yeah.
Wow. With concussion-wise.
Okay, concussion-wise. I'm going to say, because Claros has won multiple Grey Cups.
No, like, concussion-wise, how that guy's still playing is beyond me.
Yeah, I honestly am surprised he didn't retire after this year.
When he got injured, he should have.
Yeah, I thought he would. I mean, if you remember, him and Nostigo were kind of shooting shots at each other after that.
The other thing that they wanted to bring up this year, that was at the meetings, was, now that you brought it up, basically the Lindros of the CFL.
Yeah, zero secret.
That's a good one.
So the other thing that they're mentioning is the fact that that when they come out with injuries, fans want to know they're playing or they're not. I think it's more. I'm not sure if it's the fans. I think it's more of like Vegas for bet props, betting, things like that. Like if someone's a game time decision, like announce it long before the game, not just 5 minutes before the game. Oh, so and so's playing.
Well, then that's not a game time decision, though. Like, I guess.
Yeah, it's
you look at it that way. It's not really a game time decision hours before a game. Like,
well, and what's tough with that too is right. Like you compare it to like the NHL.
That's the issue with betting, though, as well.
You have no idea. Well, sports betting, we've had a lot of conversations about sports betting. Like, I'm not a fan of sports betting at all, personally. I'm not an XFL fan personally. I've given it a try.
The
freestyles I think are terrible now compared to what they used to be.
So I watch XFL just because at that point there's no CFL, there's no NFL, so I gotta be able to watch something.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
The only thing that I'm glad that we did not incorporate is their stupid kickoff rule. I'm sorry, that's the dumbest. You might as well just not have kick return. You might as well just get rid of freaking kickers and just throw the ball down the field.
Well, I've argued to fix kickoffs in the NFL instead of making the weird format, just push the kicker back 15 yards. Problem solved. It looks silly.
Funfish, this is the wrong place to bring up that.
No!
That's going to get some negative reviews. Probably at the wrong. Probably the
Funfish, I'm sorry. You're getting the first boo of the stream.
So the interesting thing about that, Funfish, is if you take a look at the CFL and the NFL, CFL games are not as long as the NFL games. And people just run the clock. Like, I'm sorry, I've not watched an NFL single game this year because the last 3 minutes are the most boringest minutes I've ever watched in my life.
The playoffs have been better this year. I'll give it that.
No. I'm just saying in general, 3 minutes in the NFL is like 20 minutes.
I know.
Yeah, it takes way
between
too
getting
long.
3 timeouts per half.
Like,
and what I really don't like is you're getting it where in 4-down football, and this is my 2 cents, Funfish, and as much as I'm booing you, Funfish, I'm not beefing with you the way Adam does. But I don't see 4-down football working here because I think you look at the XFL, for example, as I said, it's the NFL with worse players. That's not going to work in Canada. You need the CFL to be different. And I love the 3-down game because you can't just kill a clock. Right, the final 2 minutes in the CFL are absolutely electric. How many times you watch an NFL game, there's 2 minutes left and you're changing the channel, even though it's a 1-score game because, well, the teams are out of timeout. So 40-second play clock, the clock doesn't stop, the game's over. No one, I don't think Canadian fans want that. And you don't want the CFL just to become the NFL minor league. I think that's what the XFL is. I think the NFL should just buy the XFL and get rid of practice rosters. That's my 2 cents on that. But I don't see the CFL going that route. And yeah, Ontario Seeker, it's a great point too. The NFL games, because of how much ad revenue they make, they're forcing in so many damn commercial breaks I get why they do it. I work in TV, not EB games, and I love
don't start that, Jacob.
Again. I like getting a paycheck. But for a fan, I think the forced commercial breaks takes you out of the flow.
The only thing that I hate about those commercial breaks are, especially with the CFL, they come back from a commercial, they kick the ball, and then they go to another freaking commercial.
Yeah,
that bugs me. I get why they do it, but it bugs me.
But they're always like, oh, and we'll be right back after these express messages from whatever.
The other thing that's... If you know, the people that know me will know me. The biggest thing that I hate with the CFL, and my dad always bugs me when he watches on TV and I'm at a game, he'll text me about it, is the Safeway on Foods commercials. My thing is, if you're going to have a contest, have it with a store that's across Canada, not just in the West Coast.
Well, because I would absolutely love to try to pick. I mean, I will be curious.
Wendy's.
Yeah, I will be curious too to see how the new CFL fantasy stuff goes along with their new website this year. Because CFL fantasy needs to improve.
Dan or Jacob, sorry. Have you seen the crap that's gone on their website as of late?
Oh, their website's terrible. It's got to be fixed.
I
hate
I thought they were fixing it.
Oh, you got to see
I thought they were
this.
fixing it.
They are fixing it. We're supposed to be getting a new CFL website this year. That's what I'm saying. I'm excited to see what the new website and fantasy looks like, because I think fantasy football in the CFL is lacking compared to the NFL. So I'd like to see that get improved drastically, because I think the CFL website needs a lot of work. Like, I hate that I can't find playoff stats.
Oh my Lord. Okay. So yesterday, me and my co-host of Canadian Football Central were doing a Casey sales video.
Mm-hmm.
So they had Casey's sales picture on their website. Wrong name. Said the guy was 5 foot and he weighed 0.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Like last year they had Analyst like 1 year old on the website.
Talk about
like,
a generational talent. Never mind Celebrini.
Like, they have like the worst. I mean, I will say the fantasy that they have now isn't too bad. I just wish the fact that they would what is it? Have the like players information, like if someone gets signed, okay, add them by Tuesday.
Yeah.
That if they play. And the other thing that I was going to say was the good thing that I've noticed that they do with CFL games for preseason, because there's multiple games that go on at once.
Mm-hmm.
CFL Plus is the best thing that the CFL's ever done.
I'm hit and miss on it because it doesn't. So it lags a lot.
It may lag, but you don't have to deal with A, the stupid TV commercials. B, if you have a VPN like I do, I can watch it and not having to deal with TSN people.
Fair.
Sometimes. Because I will say Glenn Suter is the biggest friggin' homer I've ever seen, and I cannot say
I like him. I think he's funny.
Everything, yeah, but he's pro Saskatchewan though. It's like not everything can be pro Saskatchewan. And then if you have like multiple games going on at once, then you can watch 2 screens at once watching multiple games. What I'm actually looking forward to the most, the quadruple header in September.
That's fun.
Because I was asked to go to the Toronto-Ottawa game. I don't know if I'm going to go to the game because I want to sit at home and watch all the games that day. 12 hours of football.
I will definitely be at the. I'm planning on going to both Toronto-Ottawa games this year.
I was asked
to go to them. Ottawa?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 in Ottawa. I was asked to go to them, but I don't know.
But Rick, what if Dan needs a phone charger?
What's that?
What if Dan needs a phone charger?
I've actually bought an extra one, so I have 3 of them just in case.
I agree with Adam. We'll have to try to do an Ottawa road trip in the Escalade.
Yeah. We should just make one of those the Analyst Desk road trip.
Yeah, but you know what though? Like, I just want to go to a game.
Milkshake in Gatineau.
I just want to be able to go to a game where it's like I don't care who wins. Like, just go to a game just for the sake of a game.
I will say,
but it has to be a
Hamilton
bye week though, because I'm not giving up a Hamilton game. So to answer this fun question,
how many?
So to answer this, it's weird of how the CFL does it because they have 3 weeks, but the way that it works is one team in the league will have their preseason games done by the 2nd week. So in Canada, preseason begins Victoria Day Monday. That's the first preseason game. The next, and that's only one game. The next bit of games is on the following weekend of the same week. But the same team that played on that Monday would be their second game that Saturday. So then the following weekend, which is, I think, May 31st weekend, if I'm not mistaken. That's the last preseason week. and whoever has played their 2 games won't be playing that week. So each team plays 2 games over 2 weeks in a nutshell.
And here's just to kind of give you guys a visual representation.
Yes.
So your preseason, like as Rick was saying, your first one's on
Except
that
for
Monday.
Saskatchewan plays 1 and 3 and not 1 and 2.
Sorry, say that again.
Oh.
So if you look at, or sorry, not Saskatchewan, it's Calgary that plays weeks 1 and 3, not 1 and 2.
Which is odd.
Well, no, because if you look at it, week 2 is still technically week 1. It's just the Friday, Saturday.
Right.
Yeah, that's so strange.
Well, because you only have 9 teams, so you can't have everyone play the same week. It's just the math doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But this is your preseason schedule where, like, and depending, like, Ottawa will do a preseason game in Kingston, Toronto does a preseason game in Guelph, Hamilton does their home preseason game at their, like, normal stadium, right, Rick?
Yes, they do.
Okay. I thought so.
So, just for people's thought process on how between now and preseason works. So, a week Sunday is tampering window for a week. So, for up until the 1st to 8th, any player that's a free agent can get any offer that they want. It has to be registered with the league and the CFLPA. By February 8th at noon, players have 24 hours or 48 hours to decide who they're signing with. February 10th at noon, no players in the CFL can sign with the NFL anymore until next offseason. That's the cutoff window. So then February 10th is when free agent begins. I think it's March 18th, 19th is the CFL Combine in Edmonton. I think it's the 28th, if I'm not mistaken, of April is the CFL Draft. The week of May 4th to 8th is rookie camp. The following Monday or Sunday, they check in the camp, so that's like they're weighing out their players' body fat, whatnot. They step on the field on the 11th and 12th, and I'm going to be at McMaster covering the Ticats training camp that day.
Very nice.
The following Monday is when preseason begins, and then on the 4th of June is when we open up the season against Montreal.
But I mean, who's counting the days until CFL starts? I think only all of us here.
Listen, I tell you, from when depends on where your team finishes in the season. If your team, like Dan, like I keep on calling Jacob Dan for some reason, when Jacob's team misses the playoffs, it's like another 6 months before you get anything.
I know, it's tough. Like we still went to the game in Hamilton when they lost to Montreal. That was a heartbreak. But
no, I know, but I mean, like your team, it's just like because if you're not one that goes on the road, you're like, oh, now I got to sit here and wait. Like, I'm sorry. This offseason has been dreadful. Because up until like January, there was hardly no re-signings or anything.
Things are starting to pick up.
And then me and my buddy Carter, we recorded like 15 videos last night at 5 o'clock this morning. So it's like, oh my God. Because there's the hour difference between him in Winnipeg and me in Hamilton. So it's just like,
right.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you want to record? I'm like, sure. I work from home. I get up, I get dressed, go to my computer and log in, and
you're set.
So it's not like I have to drive anywhere.
And I will say too, as Rick mentioned about his coverage for McMaster, we will definitely be doing some CFL coverage for Argos training camp as well up in Guelph. So
nice.
There you go. If you want,
maybe I'll come down to Guelph.
Yes, come to Guelph because then I'm going to Guelph too.
So then there you go. You know, I'm sure we'll do some collaboration content as well.
And because I do not want to see us get spanked by you buggers this year in Guelph. That was brutal last year.
Oh, like the nickel. Oh man, Nickelback. Look at this graph. We've looked at a lot of graphs tonight.
Look at this graph. That's a great
to be honest with you, Funfish, it's actually not that far away. Because I mean, if you think about it, 21 days ago we were celebrating 2026, and now we're almost in February already. So it's going to be like
about 3.5 months.
Oh my gosh. 3 days away from me being 24.
Yay!
I'm getting old.
Oh.
Well, it's my champagne birthday this year.
Greg, we should take him out this weekend.
I might not be able to, unfortunately, on his birthday. I have to work. I know, I'm a party pooper. Okay, Adam, I'll do it for you. I know you wish you had the power to bring in the sound effects like I do.
Subscribe to our channel.
That's my favorite.
No, I just do it myself. I just go like, boo.
So, fun fish. So, Ottawa actually hosts
Kingston for their preseason.
Ottawa has their training camp in Queenston. Why not at Ottawa GG's campus? I have no idea.
I'm actually hoping though to go up for the odd. That's one thing too. I want to do a lot more preseason coverage. Might even try to go out to Kingston, do some stuff on the Red Blacks. That's a bit of a hike, but I don't care about my mileage.
You want to do coverage? Save the gas and just watch it on CFL Plus. You can get perfect coverage.
True. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I find by that point though, I just really want to go watch football in person because like I'm just like, I get the itch. Because I'm not crossing the border, and I kind of want to. I don't know. I miss football, but
you know what? You can come to Hamilton
you know
for the preseason game.
What's this weekend, Adam? Besides your birthday,
Leafs doing their outdoor practice 24th, 25th, and 26th.
It's so hard to even get anywhere near that, practice, isn't it?
It was last year. It was in downtown. I don't know where they're doing it this year. They're doing it. I think they're doing it like in Etobicoke or something. I don't know where they're doing it this year.
Not at Lamport.
They're doing it somewhere else, but they did it. They did it at Nathan Phillips Square last year.
Yeah, but
I don't know where they're doing it. They might be doing it like out, like further out.
I seen Red Blacks skating on the ice at Lamport.
Yeah, it was Gino Lewis, and I can't remember the other one, but Gino Lewis just signed that big contract extension with the Red Blacks.
I mean, it's only an extra year.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that's kind of a prove it to me deal because I don't think he got the ball enough on the offensive system last year. Gino Lewis is one of the best 50-50 receivers in the CFL. I think you got to just throw it up to him more often.
I mean,
that's my 2 cents.
121 catches, he caught it 75 times.
Okay, but you didn't, maybe, at least from my perspective, I thought a lot of those.
Yeah, it's in Etobicoke.
He had over 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, but for Gino Lewis, that's an off year.
I mean, then don't throw it to Hardy and throw it to Lewis more.
Yeah,
so that's the interesting thing, Ontario.
But Hardy's also a free agent.
I actually want to go to a Western game this year because my old elementary school is actually the DB coach.
Oh, nice.
And fun fact is, so Laurier has only had 4 coaches in their life of their program, and their head coach just left their program to go to Western.
Wow.
Oh, that's brutal.
And then Western or Laurier promoted within. So
because Western lost their I think it was Western lost their longtime coach.
Greg Marshall used to coach the Ticats.
Yeah.
He retired.
So Jacob, I just saw this. I didn't know this until now, but Leo Carlson and Jonas Broden are both missing the Olympics, are expected to.
Whoa,
for Sweden. Yeah. That was earlier today. I just didn't realize it.
Oh, that's big.
Just wanted to say that.
And yes, Fun Fish, Ottawa does play their preseason game in Kingston. They do their whole training camp there, and they do a preseason game as well. And I believe they do a fan fest there as well when they're there.
Something along those lines.
I know they definitely do the preseason and their training camp. And I don't know if it's I know the Argos, you can go to their scrimmage games as well. I don't know if they do that in Hamilton or Ottawa. You could answer that probably better than I can, Rick, at least for Hamilton.
Yeah, so with McMaster, I mean, you got to pay for parking.
Right.
So there's so Ontario Secret, when you said we have very little football down here, where are you talking? I think he mentioned
I think Ontario Secret's out like Kingston way.
Yeah,
like,
I think he's out by Bell Vegas, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, you guys have to have OUA ball out there. The only downside that I don't like about OUA ball is they only have 8 games,
which is tough.
I mean, you figure from end of August to end of October,
They
and
take
then
like
playoffs
2
in
breaks
November.
as well. Yeah.
Which is not enough games.
But like playoffs are like dominated, I find, by like, well, Western did make it out of the quarterfinals, I think, this year for the first time in like 20 something years. Like Western failed out of the playoffs this year. Like it lost on like a last second like Hail Mary throw or something like that. I don't remember what it was. But
I don't know what's up with Toronto. I don't know what's up with Toronto, but they got to get their game together. Like Toronto University, like they're the worst of the worst.
I know Big Master has been struggling for a couple of years as well.
I mean, we were 500.
Like, that might just
500 this year. Like we weren't as bad,
right?
Like no matter what season you have, you're always gonna have Laurier, Western, Queens, and then another team.
Yeah,
those are always the top.
McGill,
4
like yeah, Quebec. It seems
just
an
OUA.
University's always up there. Yeah. Like out west, like there's always like Saskatchewan was good this year. I don't remember who else out there, but
Laval's always a good.
Laval's always good.
Laval's always good. They were in the Vanier this year or last year or whatever.
I think they lost to Saskatchewan this year. If they were there, they lost to
Funfish says at least he got the Belleville Senators.
Yeah, there you go. And as Rick has steered me correctly, they're not going anywhere. I just thought maybe Belleville, because I know the OHL wants to expand as well. So.
And Brantford just got approved for a new rink, so the Brantford Bulldogs signed a new lease in Brantford, so they're not going anywhere.
But Hamilton certainly needs a permanent team in that beautiful arena. Like
listen,
Coliseum's great.
Once that news becomes official this upcoming summer, you can bet you I'm going to be getting seasons. I know for OHL I had like center ice, so it was like $600 for the year.
That's not bad though.
But it's going to be interesting because, I mean, the thing is with Islanders, Bridgeport's been kind of dog doo-doo in the AHL the last few years.
Yeah.
So,
they don't have very many rookie. Like, their rookie, pipeline is bad outside of, Schaefer and Yzerman. It's kind of rough for the Islanders right now, rookie-wise, I guess. That's a big reason.
You gotta have those crap years for a few times, and then you'll start to get all the cupboard, and then you get good, and then it's like, oh, let's trade our cupboard away. Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah.
But
the Leafs are having it rough. The Marlies have been up and down this year.
Well, they traded everything, including the kitchen sink, to try to make a cup run, then kept going out in the second round or the first round anyways, right? That's always your worst fear.
Third round is like Groundhog's Day if they come out and see their shadow or not.
Yeah, really. It's a frustrating time to be a Leaf fan most days. But I would say on that bombshell, as we have been on, hey, you know what? If you feel the CFL's trash, that's your opinion. Welcome to the desk either way. But we personally like it, so we've been talking about it. But not just because of that comment, but I think we're going to wrap up the show for tonight. We've been on for 2.5 hours. Imagine if Omar and Stolar get an OHL game against you. That'd be a stay Ontario secret.
I don't even want to imagine that. That would be interesting.
But I do want to thank everyone for joining us at the desk, and especially want to thank Rick for joining us from Hamilton Sports Central. Rick, we always appreciate you joining us. And
anytime. And don't forget, Adam, tell me
if you want to go. Looking for a little bit of different perspective on your channel, feel free to give one of us a ring, or all of us a ring, or none of us a ring if you think we're all crazy. And there you go. But yeah, I would say interesting comment here about the ratio. We can quickly get into this before we wrap up. The CFO ratio, I wouldn't say makes it trash in my personal opinion. I think it does make it where sometimes you could argue the best player doesn't make it onto a roster per se. but I certainly wouldn't say it makes it trash. And there has been rumors about them getting rid of the ratio when they've been looking at different things. I don't think that'll happen, but time will tell. But
Jacob, apparently you would make a good offensive lineman.
Hey, there you go. At least that way I can make some money, so I cannot complain. Wings Leafs should be interesting. Yes, Fun Fish. That should be an interesting game, which I believe technically today in our time region, so it's 1 a.m. But I'm gonna say on that bombshell, and just quickly touching base on the ratio, it's time for us to wrap up the show. Thank you very much for joining us at the Analyst Desk. And if you're looking for more Analyst Desk content, please subscribe to the channel and also give Rick a good old subscription. Adam, apparently you're handsome. A good old subscription at the desk as well. We cover NHL, CFL, NFL, and more. And if you're looking for other content, make sure you give Rick a subscription and a follow.
For those that are here, come join us on Free Agent Day. I will be doing a 11 to 12 hour live stream. Call me crazy.
And that's dedication my friend.
To the game.
But thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to all the comments. We appreciate them all. And we will be back very, very soon at the Analyst Desk, where every day feels like game day. Have a great night or good morning, whatever time zone you're in. Bye-bye.